allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Commissioner, would you lead us in a word of prayer?
God, you have to be please. Lord, we come to you today just thanking you for all our many direct blessings. Thank you for watching over us and all that you do for us. We ask you to be with this commission today as we make the decisions for the county, be with our city, be with our state, be with our country at this time. Be with those that over in Kerrville, in that area, that are still going through a tough time and looking for their kinfolk loved ones that are still lost. Be with those families. Go with us, God, direct us in all we do. We thank you and love you, Lord. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I'll respect it.
Item number 4, public comments. Mr. Dieter.
Good morning, Commissioners, Your Honor. I find it rather interesting that item 10 is on the agenda because the last time the issue got tabled, and
Well, if you want me to answer that right quick, I put it on there because we said there was some 60-day deadline, and it was given on some of the events that we're going to have related to this. I went to the meeting Monday, and they seem like they got a pretty good plan going, and I don't, unless one of the court intends to bring anything up on this, I don't have any, I won't be asking for a motion as far as that goes. Not after going to that meeting. I think some progress was made, and anyway, but I put it on there because I don't ever know until we're here. Go ahead.
the problem that I have with it is the fact of the Coldspring Volunteer Fire Department not being given a platform after a decision was made by the ESD board.
If you were at the meeting, and I left after about 2 hours, so.
I wasn't at the meeting. I was at the city council meeting.
You weren't there. Mr. McCoppin was at.
You were there.
I thought I saw you there.
You was there.
Well, I'm talking about the initial meeting. I'm talking about when the fireworks.
Everything that I heard up until I left at 8:30 sounded good. Now, they might, as soon as I walked out, they might have did an about face, but I don't know. I just know.
Well, you're talking about the meeting the other night. I'm talking about the initial meeting. The initial meeting when they made the decision to take them out of the group.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I won't interrupt you.
Okay. I have a problem with the fact that they were not given, let's consider them, the plaintiff was not given an opportunity to respond. The decision was just made purely by the board. I understand that was a lengthy meeting, and there was a lot of fireworks that took place. I don't understand why anybody would want to submit to a plan. Their plans sound good, but why would any department want to give up their assets and everything that they've worked to accomplish, especially the Coldspring Volunteer Fire Department? who was established in 1970. And then this organization is established in 2002. And they've become a government telling what you can do and what you cannot do. And it seems like that I agree that growth is upon us, and things need to be done in decently order. But I'm not in favor of dictation, and that's basically what the ESD board is all about. Every one of you commissioners, before the two of you on your end, but the commissioners, you're the ones that appoint these people, and you're the ones that has to give an account for what's going on with them. We also have some problems when it comes to finances, and that will be addressed momentarily. Thank you.
Mr. McCompton?
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. So I went to the workshop in Shepherd, as a lot of y'all know probably, and may have watched some of the video. But I stood up in front of the ESD board and kind of complained about their budget. Their budget, at least what was online for me to see visibly on their website, was basically an 8-line budget. Okay, and it had 8 lines in it. That's all it had, basically. Operations, blah, blah, blah. And I complained about it. I said, anyway, and a few days later, I got a text message from Denise, and
Mine has 230 pages, and you complain about it during the budget.
Anyway, and so she said that it had been neglected, and she hadn't updated it since the time it was approved or something. Anyway, so she sent me a new one, and it was about 8 or 10 pages. But so I kind of started. That was at the workshop back, not the meeting last Monday, but the meeting before that. And anyway, so I started diving into their budget. And one of the things that I saw, because I've been to a lot of their meetings talking about their plan and stuff, and was that they were harping on training. Okay, we want to train all the firemen. We want to train, and we need trained firemen. You know, we need to hire trained firemen. We need to do all this stuff. And I looked at their training budget, and since 2003, their training budget has been on a decline. It went from about $70,000 in 2003 or 2002, somewhere around there, to this year, or the year we're in, it had 20,000. And I'm sitting there going, you're harping on training, but your budget for training is going down. That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, my glass sees it half full. If you already trained them, why do they need to keep training on the same thing? If they've already got it, you do need to go down.
Well, they got a big turnover, so you got to continue
So anyway,
training all the time.
So anyway, so I started looking a little bit deeper, and so I have a copy of one page of it here, and I got highlighted, but and last night their external auditor was there, by the way, or last night, Monday night, and the whole time I was talking, he was kind of nodding his head. I reviewed the videotape, and he was sitting there nodding his head. Yep. And anyway, and so you know they collect sales tax. So everywhere there's the sales tax is not maxed out, they get that extra 0.75% or whatever it is. 0.5%, 0.75%, dotted here and there. So anyway, back in the audited stuff for 2003, which is the latest audited stuff I could find, they had collected $476,614. And back in that same year, okay, they had only budgeted $340. But this year, their budget, it went down. They budgeted collecting in revenue on that line item only $200,000. And in some ways, the auditor was patting them on the back, okay? But I'm sitting there going, as a citizen, they're not really budgeting what are trying to get close to the real budget amount, because I don't think sales tax is going down. It's probably only going up. We're getting more places here, and more things and stuff. So, you know, getting a tractor supply over in Shepherd. So, anyway, I don't think the sales tax is going down particularly. And the other one I looked at was interest. Okay, so in the latest audited budget that I could find, they had $216,044. And the interest line item is completely blank all the way across. They've never budgeted for interest. The fact of the matter is they have over $3 million sitting in the bank drawing interest at tax pool and text class, and I don't know what all they got to invest, CDs and this CD and that CD.
Well, you may have just discovered how they're going to be able to afford to pay some of these
yeah, but
firefighters.
it's still, my point is they haven't been budgeting in a way that tells us the truth. This is one of the things I've always harped on. I've harped on the commissioners about this, you know. Oh, they put $1 million or $2 million in road material, and they wind up spending $1 million of it for a motor grader. You haven't told the public the truth. I'm just saying they haven't really told the public the truth about their budgeting. That's just my opinion. I'll take that on as my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion, but y'all all know me. I've sat up there with y'all before, and I'm a Republican, and I don't believe in collecting taxes and let it sit there and do nothing. You either use it or you give it back to us. So that's that part of the story. The rest of it, I'm going to tell you, and there's, let me get my sheet here. I'm also a person that I look at the laws sometimes, and I look at the laws and I say, well, you know, our legislature, as wise as they may be, sometimes they write laws that are sometimes very targeted and sometimes very broad. And they don't know exactly what's going to happen, and I don't believe they're able to write laws that are totally inclusive of everything that's possible to happen. Well, anyway, as y'all probably well know, Section 775 of the Health and Safety Code is all about fire districts or emergency services districts. Yeah, you just happen to have it, Tommy. Anyway, if you look at 775.082, okay, it's about the audits. And as I mentioned last night, that nobody really paid me much attention because I didn't harp on it, but it specifically says that they're supposed to have their audit for their district done by June the 1st and presented to y'all by June the 1st. Well, we're in July and they hadn't done it yet. They just approved it last night, by the way. But it does say you can get a 30-day extension, and then it goes on to say that our county auditor, if they don't do it, she can have it done and make them pay for it. So anyway, what it boils down to, and again, this is kind of me reading between the lines, that our county auditor has some responsibility in that whole realm, if you understand what I'm saying. And the other part that I wanted you to possibly review before y'all did any action, if y'all are going to do any action, was 775.0355. And that's the credentials or the qualifications for a board member or commissioner, member of the Emergency Services District. And if you read that, it talks about a lot of different things, but one of the things it talks about is, and I'm going to say, this is one where you have to kind of read between the lines and kind of look at the intent of what the legislature intended, okay? Because I don't think they could write every circumstance, but there's some in there that say, oh, if you're a district and you're over whatever 300,000 and adjacent to Lake Palestine, you know, you can't do this. So what that means is somebody was there paying attention and had some reason for putting that in there. I don't know why they had that reason, but that's a very specific reason. But there's some generalities in there. I'm going to say some generalities, like you can't have an ESD board commissioner that works for the ESD fire departments, or you understand? You can't have a paid person, is what it says. It doesn't necessarily say you can't have a volunteer, but it does say volunteers. So you can't have a volunteer on that thing. You can't. There's certain rules about who can be a county commissioner. And I've gone through all this stuff and everything and looked at everything. And I'm not saying that there might be a conflict, but I think you ought to maybe look at the possibilities of what conflicts there are with our ESD board commissioners. That's all I got to say, and appreciate y'all's attention.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item number 5, announcement and possible discussion of items of public and community interest for which no action will be taken. Chief, did you want to, that's where I kind of put the part about what's going, what all the magnificent work the garden club's done. Tell us about that.
Well, in the front of the sheriff's office, we had nothing but a desert in front of the sheriff's office. So we decided, how can we fix what we got going on? So I contacted the Master Gardener Club and the mayor's wife. She was outstanding in lining us out, getting us a design. She designed our whole front of our sheriff's office, the garden stuff. And then all we had to do is purchase all the items for the beautification, put new plants in there. So we went ahead and, under her guidance and several of the other members of the garden club, Master Gardeners, they came out and helped us and showed us where to plant everything, water, how to get it done. And now we have, I brought some photos here to show Commissioner's Court how pretty the garden is. We even put some river rock in there to keep the erosion down, because that's what was happening. When we had major rain and stuff, it would just all wash everything out. So now we put some river rock in there, and we got all that cleaned up from the beautification. We're going to send a thank you letter to the Master Gardeners Club, and it's signed by the sheriff and myself for coming out and helping us. And we wanted to make sure that they are recognized for their outstanding work they did for us with helping us beautify the sheriff's office.
It really looks nice, too.
Yes.
Chief, I thought it was the point that people don't want to go to the jailhouse or the sheriff. Make it all pretty, like maybe there's a hot tub in there.
Well, you know,
I'm just saying.
if you would want to fund that, sir, we can make it happen.
No, it looks nice. I watched the
Thank you
video.
very much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Anything
want to
else
go over
going on under this item that you want to share with us? Everything else running okay?
Well, we also have, we have two other, well, we also received a gift that I would like to be accepted.
That's on the agenda.
Oh, okay.
This is just something that might have missed, slipped through the cracks or something, you
I
know?
know you emailed us the progress on the litter cleanup on the roads.
And just, oh, you want to hear about that too? Okay, yes. Like I said, even this week, we couldn't get Monday because our guy called in sick. But like in your area this week, because it's the 4th week, today, we're actually doing 3 days for you this week because you were short on the other side of it.
I wanted to say something, I didn't want to say something. Yeah, I didn't see it.
No, we noticed it. You only got one out of it. Everybody else got 2 and 3. So, but it falls in because what we've done is we have set up a program where all reserves comes and works. That's their assignment. They come and work. They escort our inmates out. They come and pick them up, drive the van around, go around the county and help pick up that trash using that trailer that was donated. We got our signs now posted on the trailer, which are big 4x8
Trailer that
signs.
was donated?
Yes, sir.
No, it's
Well, wasn't donated. It was
that kind of.
loaned out to us from
I thought there
the
might be
commission.
some more trailers, yeah, we applied for a grant years ago and got each precinct a trailer, and that's where it come from.
Well, I donated mine to the program.
That's right. I didn't want to
They
get,
were all bought with grant funds to do that sort of thing.
We put new tires, new brakes, new lights,
What do you call it?
fixed it all up, porta potty on it, everything for them.
yeah. Now, I do have to admit, I got to remind my deputies that, can we please call them? I mean, I'm pretty sure the inmates, we use it 2 or 3 times a week. Call the cleanout people, you know, because it sits there in the heat all day long. So I'm pretty sure that's not a very nice experience. So, but our
As long as
inmates,
it's parked at precinct 1, it don't matter.
yeah, it's been a blessing. We painted it black because it was red. We got our signs posted on it now, and just to give y'all kudos on the back of it, we have it on there. We thank y'all for sponsoring the environmental cleanup, you know, by the commissioners, San Jacinto County Commissioners Court. So that's on there. On the side, we got the sheriff clean up the OTS.
We appreciate it. I thank y'all for what y'all do.
And I'm fixing to bring it back to you. I need to have some brackets welded on because we need to put we've learned on some of y'all's roadways, there's no shoulder, there's no place to go. We're having to park in the roadway, and we're gonna end up taking some lights off one of the trucks that we're gonna dismantle. And we're gonna mount the lights on the trailer, so that way we have some visibility.
Just bring it back.
Yes, so other than that, we're getting it done, and like I said, this week, you're gonna see them out there today, tomorrow, and Friday. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, very much. We appreciate it.
no problem.
Our citizens appreciate it too.
All right, thank you, sir.
No problem.
Anything else? Any, have to share, number 5?
I definitely want to tell them, if I can, real quick, I appreciate the presence down in the bottom of the floor. And I would say for one, for me, it seems like I see a deputy or a pickup passing me all the time, going back and forth to Chef, wherever I am. So the presence you guys have made out there, I think is really helping. When I sit down on the bottom, I've had a few reports of people moving out of there that maybe needs to find them another place to reside, you know, that enough sheriff and the
Yeah,
constable
we
being
received
down there.
we received let's just say a response from some of your lovely citizens down there telling us basically they would like us to go somewhere else. So, but we advise them that we're more than happy to be down there. Please call us if you want to visit us. We're down there.
Well, Judge, I tell them that when I first got in this, go down there, cars all over the roads down there, you couldn't grade maintain the roads or anything like that. We were down there yesterday and the day before, and they see us coming, they clear anything out of the way. They're really making it easier for us to do our job down there and keep the roads open and stuff, so there's some things getting better down there. So I appreciate you guys.
Yes, and just to give a heads up, we actually drove through your new neighborhood the other day, and that's really gonna make a difference, on 1725. That's gonna be a really good improvement for the county. I thought that was awesome. Anything else?
Thank you, sir. Item number 10, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve and adopt Texas and Health and Safety Code, Section 7750422, no resolution enabling removal upon emergency service district board member. Everybody knows there's been a little rift, you might call it, with some of the volunteer fire departments and the ESD board, and they're trying to, they got a plan to eventually start the process of having some paid firefighter service here in the county, which is a monumental task. And, you know, probably, this is a couple of months ago, I guess, when this started, and I said, well, what can we do? What can we do? The only thing that, when we appoint people to the board, that's pretty much the end of it. You know, they don't have to account to us, or, you know, hey, I want you to do this, or I want you to do that. But if they were to commit, if they were to become declared incompetent or something, and, you know, say they had a stroke, or were in a coma, and whatever reason, couldn't remove them, or they committed official misconduct, or something along those lines, the county does have the authority to initiate a process for removal, but the first step in that process is to pass a resolution under Section 7750422. Just because you pass the resolution, that doesn't mean you're going to do anything, but you do have the ability to do something. So we put it on the agenda, well, it was, I don't know, close to 60 days ago, and then they had a 60-day deadline, and there was supposedly they were going to close Coldspring Fire Department down at that point in 60 days if things didn't change and certain things didn't happen. So the court just tabled this resolution, and then we're getting close to the 60 days, so that's why I put it back on the agenda. But I was at the last meeting, and they've had several meetings in Shepherd and in different places, and they seem to be making a concerted effort to work towards something that, in my opinion, if they can afford to do it, will be better for our fire protection for the whole county, but you have to start somewhere. There's still a lot of details that appears to be worked out. So, as far as, is there any evidence of any incompetence or misconduct at this point? Absolutely not, as far as I know. So, I'm not sure if there's any need to pass the resolution at this time.
Judge, can I comment on it then?
Go right ahead.
You finish there. I have been involved and tried to be at most of the meetings and see some of the out there that have been at the same meetings and all that. So I'm trying to keep myself abreast of what's going on out there, the best instead of secondhand, because you get a lot of misinformation out there and stuff like that. And I was with the commission when we tabled it last time, because I was still hopeful of the progress and the direction it was going. And I'm still trying to stay that direction, and the meeting was good the other night. They, to me, it was something they should have probably done 6 months before, but the last meeting we had here when we tabled this, we asked them to answer or do 3 things. The 501(c), explain as to how that's going to work and how that's going to be put in there. Sit down and give us a 5 to 3 year plan, or 3 to 5 or 10-year plan of how this is going to transition. We've got a little snippet of that, and that was it the other night, and that's it. That thing should have been, the plan comes first, the plan, then you look at, you know, the timeline, then you look at funding. That's generally the way a good business plan will go, or how you're going to do this thing. So today I've had, and I'm still hopeful here, and my appointee is sitting back in the back, and the communication has been better and all that kind of stuff, but I have felt that this thing, if it goes in the wrong direction, we do need something in place because there's a large budget there. I mean, we're talking $3 billion maybe in there now, I think we grow to $4 or $5 billion, and I don't see the oversight in that at all. And I see it coming back around where we have to take action if something goes south on it, and so that's why I'm going to be proactive on it. And so I'm here to say that I'll make the motion that we do pass this resolution, so we'll have that in our back pocket in the event that we need it. And there's a lot, as he said, there's a long list in there that you have to, before you can remove anybody off there and that kind of stuff. So, again, it's just to have it in place that if we need to do something, we can. Because I'm an ESD fan and what they're trying to do, but I just think they've got the cart in front of the horse and it's moving like a freight train, and we need to slow it down and get this thing under control. That's all. Because it is something that we need in the county and where we're going. And that's the feedback that I've gotten from the people out there. So I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Sweeney. Now, like you said, just because if the resolution were to pass, that doesn't remove anybody.
No,
it just
not at all.
enables us to take action and start a process that's set forth in the health and safety code, which include, notices have to be given, there's got to be some sort of, they're entitled to respond, and then there's an appeal process. It's complicated. It's not just put it on the agenda, bam, he's out. Nothing like that.
There's some she's on there too.
There's a sheet, I mean, it's just a generic term.
I just didn't like putting the resolution on at this time because of the controversial issues going on. I feel like this was stuck on here right now because we were trying to get involved in stuff we should have let the board do.
I agree with that.
You think there's not controversy now? When would you put it on the agenda?
I know,
Wait till nothing's going on and then, I think I'll just put a resolution on.
And there's a lot of things that have to happen before you'd ever bring this up. But I'm wanting to be proactive on the deal. It's not.
I feel like we meet every other Wednesday.
You don't have anything in place right now. You don't have any oversight on this. You put them in and they got a term.
So I'm sure if you're appointed, that you appointed is doing a bad job, you could probably talk to him and say, hey, I'd like for you to resign. And would you not resign? I think you would. I think my guy would. I think if I would. And I said, you don't need to be in there. I believe you need to resign.
I think y'all's people would resign if you asked them to.
Yeah, I think so. I said, you're doing such a bad job, I think you should resign. And I think they probably would.
So if you think that, then why would you not approve this so that you have the ability to do it? You're not taking action, you're just approving it.
It's a timing of it right now.
It is.
It's right now. It's a timing.
Time is showing the other side that you're serious about this and you're just doing something for the future. By not doing it, you're showing one side, to me, that you're favoring the other side, because by approving this, you're not saying anybody's crooked. You're not saying anybody's doing anything wrong, but if this is the first step, why not take it? But there's never going to be a perfect time.
It just puts another tool in your tool chest. It doesn't mean you're going to use the tool whatsoever.
Exactly.
Just because you get a few phone calls, you're hamstringing. The court would be hamstringing themselves if they don't even. But if we can't get a second, then we might as well move on. I'm gonna ask for a second. If I get a second, we'll put it to a vote. If I can't get a second, we'll move on to the next item. Going once, going twice. All right. Motion fails for lack of a second.
Same old bullshit.
Serious about tomorrow.
Item number 11, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve seeking permission to gather on the courthouse lawn to read the Bible aloud through one speaker PA system on Saturday, August 16, 2025, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., not a protest, not a fundraiser. Anybody here on that? Yes, sir.
It's the same as last time, except we found out that this coming Sunday was going to be Christmas in July, and we figured showing up might be considered rude or intrusive, or all the people paid for a booth, we're over in the corner reading out loud. I thought we just figured it might be a bad
God disrupted the whole thing, right?
Well, we decided to reschedule so it didn't come across as rude to anybody, like they paid for this booth and we're interrupting their time,
So August 16th is a good day, you check with the chambers?
I'm sorry, say that again?
August 16th is a good day, and you check
Yes,
with the
sir.
chamber, everything's good?
Yes, sir.
Then I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Chamber, what's the chamber got?
Well, I thought,
What's that?
historical commission, chamber, they all,
Captain, you guys got stuff, cards and coffee?
That was very Christian of you to do that reschedule and not try to.
Oh, okay.
I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno,
I second it.
second by Commissioner Morris. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous. 5-0. Thank you, sir.
After that.
12, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to declare surplus a 2008 Ford Expedition XLT SUV given to Maintenance Department from the Sheriff's Department located in Precinct 2. I'm guessing that was I don't know if that was one that was acquired by seizure, because we don't normally buy expeditions from patrol here.
It was a seizure.
Well, what happened to it? It got wrecked. Does anybody hurt?
Hey,
Did you get a pole in the parking lot?
Backing up, trying to miss a truck. You get both.
They tested for being on drugs or alcohol?
Any county equipment.
I know what the rule is, where they tested. They totaled the car, backing up, trying to miss.
No, not backing up.
don't make fun, Judge, you'll have to run over one leaving today. I'll make the motion to declare it surplus.
I was just trying to find out how it got wrecked in the parking
I'll
lot.
second.
Right out here, hit a pole. Right over there in that wide open, hit a pole. Lady did. Lady does a good job for the maintenance.
Yeah, I
Oh,
second
yeah.
that.
Wow. Glad she wasn't hurt.
Hey, is there any way that we can add something else to this, since another vehicle that belongs to them basically, that old fire truck?
We have to put it, that's a separate deal. Who made the
Put it
motion?
on there, DP. I second it.
Christian second.
Oh, Chris is second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, a second by Commissioner Dominey. Any other questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0.
So we're gonna run it over the steering, all the way towards.
Declared it surplus, I thought. So if it's surplus, you sell it at public auction.
What's it gonna bring?
I don't know.
I'm asking Carmen.
Probably 300, 280.
Destroy the motor?
Or it's got, that's got 300 miles.
Oh.
I'll get it.
The whole front end's folded underneath the tire, folded underneath it.
Well, if you want to declare it salvage, we maybe ought to rethink the motion. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I'm just, yes. Yes,
I
me.
mean, if it's junk, we need surplus it and run across the scale, I mean,
So salvage.
yeah.
I don't know, I haven't seen it, I don't know. I just know
So
it says.
2008 model, ain't it? What it is? Yeah. I know it come from the DA's office, the sheriff's department, to the maintenance department. So, they come from a drug dealer before that.
Came from the sheriff's department.
They come from the DA's office to the sheriff's
Yeah,
department.
DA's office.
DA's office used it first, then the sheriff's office used it.
If you wanna throw it in the dump or haul it across the scales, can we
I don't know.
get a
I'll
motion
amend the
to?
motion to declare salvage.
I'll second that.
I have a motion to declare salvage by Commissioner Tuno, second by Commissioner Donnelly. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. Number 13, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve G and C salt wash bid of $6,235 to power wash the courthouse at Southwest. Did we put any kind of notice out to anybody? That's it. How many power washers do we own? Why do you want to pay somebody to power wash the sidewalks at the courthouse when every precinct owns one? You probably got a power washing machine over there.
I have one that works off electricity.
$6,000? I tell you what, let's make it a monthly thing. I will resign. I want to be the guy that gets to power wash the sidewalks for $6,200.
I didn't think that was sidewalks.
It says sidewalk.
I thought it was courthouse. Sidewalks are extra, wasn't it?
Says both. Says both.
I think it's mostly the courthouse.
Are we talking about, we do not have a lift anymore. They got rid of the lift we had, so.
As far as the sidewalks go,
Exterior building wash.
the building can't be pressure washed like that. We're gonna be blowing concrete off the building.
I understand that, so what are we getting for $6,235?
Cleaning the courthouse.
Chemicals instead of the pressure. Chemicals instead of mainly just using pressure.
It's got black mold all over, it's got grime growing on it. The only way you're gonna get
You
that
can let it grow up there on the front porch out there. I don't know why a power washer can do that, and we own some. We've done it before, I just don't.
But not on the building.
So it's not the building, it's just.
It is the building, yes.
He
You just said no.
It's the whole building from the top to the bottom. They're gonna pressure wash it with a chemical and clean it. It's got building with no door.
Okay, I thought you just said you'd blow all the stucco or
Yeah,
concrete
well,
up.
if you pressure wash it.
I'm sorry, we just had this done at our house. The same company does it, but it's called salt wash, just like in their name right there. They will spray the chemicals on there at a low pressure, let the chemicals do most of the work, and then rinse it off. So it's not the same as power washing a sidewalk.
So
No,
I'm not supporting it, I'm just saying what a soft wash does.
you have the money in your budget?
Yes.
So he's got the money, we just gonna blow $6,000 to work, at least take out part of
I
sidewalks.
mean, if you wanna get the pressure washer and wash it and it blows off some of that stuff.
If you looked at the bids, it's like $6,000, but $2,000 is just to do the sidewalk.
Yeah. You wanna cut the sidewalks out?
You just do good.
We'll cut the sidewalks out.
And you never did answer my question. I didn't see anything in the paper. There's probably a lot of folks out there that love to get $6,000 for running a power washer for a day or two.
Did you pass around already?
How many bids you get?
Pretty much a fair price.
One of them is 17,000. There's 3 bids that we're gonna
Yeah, it's pretty
It's all
solid.
17,000 there too. Yeah, huge difference in the 7. They all got the same. Yeah. I mean, it always seems like something's wrong when you have that far disparity, so they'll do it for 6,000. Then they come back and go, well, that's not exactly.
It's not the same thing as just taking one of them power washers and skeeting it all over the courthouse. They're gonna spray some kind of chemical stuff on there, and,
Yeah, but you know, in order to get that off, you're gonna be blowing stucco off and all that. Cost us thousands of dollars to repair the stucco and the windows where the chink's gonna come out and all that. This is the only way you can do it and not tear up the work.
I make a motion to approve to get G and C soft wash to do the courthouse and then regular pressure wash.
So your motion is to don't do the sidewalk, we're gonna do that in-house?
Yes, sir.
You understand that? Lieutenant?
Is that
I
okay?
thought it was broke down that way.
It is. I'll second that motion.
Does it, if not, let's break it in two and, I'd like to be the guy for $2,000 and just go around here and ski off the sidewalk. Hey, hook me up.
Let's hook you up.
When you want me to get you the first one?
No.
Well, how long you my personal pressure wash?
Got one out there. Before C.
I'm just saying, we own the equipment, that stuff, don't take no real expert to do that. We got 120, how many we got over there? Pressure washer operators over there locked up that we're feeding.
They're not well off in their pressure wash.
We're standing there watching him.
How many's in our jail now since we took?
Almost 2 we have, 130.
That's
Good
good.
for y'all.
30 over the contract.
Do they patch potholes?
Thank y'all.
Back in the day, they just had one, do some of that, you got to put him on a roller and turn his over.
When I got on the roller, they said, maybe jump that way.
This is there.
Okay, so what is I got a motion by Commissioner Donnie to, so what amount are we talking about paying?
$4,000.
I had everybody did the same way. Give me a price on the building, give me a price on concrete. I didn't know how far we wanted to go with it.
Oh, I'd like to see that half-inch of mold. When I walk out the courthouse, the first thing I see is a big old square with black mold there. I'd sure like to see it skeeted off, but not by paying somebody $2,000 when we own it. The county probably owns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5. Don't y'all all have?
Yeah, but where are you gonna get the electricity from on 220?
Chico puts it out there.
Okay, we're gonna set a temporary meter pole right there for that.
I got one that runs off a gas engine.
I know, that's electricity.
Well, if worse come to worse, you could go over to the tool rental store and for a modest price, you can, speaking of tool rental, is the tool rental guy here? The Lone Star, he can call us.
I'll rent you a generator.
I have a little.
We got, don't get me started on how many generators we own. I know we had some diesel generators that were emergency management that commissioners commandeered, and I guess they're still around there. Y'all got welding machines, so come on now. All right, $4,000, and we're gonna do the other sidewalk.
I do have one question. What insurance does the company have to repair any point damage of the brick or the count? What insurance does that have if you're contracting with that company? Just a question.
Probably the same.
No, do you mean, what is the insurance thing? What is the kind of work you got there?
He's bonded.
They have to have insurance to cover.
They're bonded.
Who are we talking about? I don't know who you're talking about.
Soft wash here, the soft wash.
The guy that's got the cheapest bid is the guy from Shepherd. He's a coach over in Shepherd.
What's his name?
Coach White.
He's a coach, and he's just trying to make a little extra. Isn't that right?
I really enjoy that, but still better than.
Y'all didn't let the Coldspring coach bid on it?
Yeah.
That company? Okay.
I don't think he's a coach anymore, is he? He's not a coach no more, is he?
I'm glad he's a local person and he gets somebody from Idaho. That's good, I like it. Fourth, so I have a motion by Commissioner Donnelly to approve the bid for G and C soft wash to power wash the courthouse. It says, well, that's not exactly what it's soft wash. So did I get a motion? A second, I mean? I have a second by Commissioner Natuno. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. Item number 14, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve a new office location for the Tatum County Liaison Office. So what's this all about? What's wrong with the office you got?
That's DPS. Goes out there to DPS.
Thank you, the tax base.
It's currently at the DPS office. An instructor.
Come on up here where I can hear you.
So it says just to back up a minute, G&C software is fully insured for general liability. If that helps anybody's feelings.
Well, just because it says on his bid sheet, we'd probably like to see the policy. Go ahead, sir.
My current office is out at the DPS location. They are expecting one, maybe two more deputies.
So it's been a while, but I know you walk in the main office there and that's DPS. Are you in the main building or are you in one of them buildings to the right?
I'm in the building to the right. There are two offices and another third space in between those two offices. The game warden currently occupies the furthest to the right. I'm in the one furthest to the left.
How much time does the game warden spend in his office or her office?
Got two.
That I don't know about that.
I understand, but they don't do too much in the office. They mostly out there trying to catch
Well, I see
more innocent constituents who's trying to feed their family.
I do see them in that office quite often. It's not every day, but I see them.
Is any DPS in that other office?
Not at the moment. It's just me and the game warden.
I think Mr. Wright addressed that here a while back, didn't he, last time he was here?
The DPS is expecting more troopers and...
He can speak here in just a minute. I don't remember what he said. That's what I'm asking. Here we are.
Yeah.
We didn't take any action, so what's changed?
Well, the action was, they wanted to move over here, and we didn't want to put him over there. That's the whole problem, is that we found a spot.
Didn't want to put him where? In the emergency management building? And he's an emergency management person? Why wouldn't you want to put him over
We
there?
didn't want to put him over there.
Because you want to put voting office over there. Yeah.
So we come up with a plan, I think he's talked to everybody, and the building we have over here that we bought, the Reynolds building.
Who's we? We come up with a plan. I've heard about
He
it.
and I and his boss, we all visited about it. And I think that'd be a perfect spot for him over there.
We discussed other possible locations, and that other building came up.
Have you ever been down here when we have an emergency and we're gonna have him in another office down there?
Yeah, and also I think we were gonna put him over there also.
Why would you
Both of them
move,
over there
why would
together.
you move the emergency management people out of a $3 million building that was built to do emergency management and other things? Why would you do that?
Oh. Our emergency manager didn't want him in that office, to be honest with you. He didn't want to give him his office.
What are you talking about, moving him out of his office? There's about
Yeah,
4 or
That's
5.
emergency management up there in the back, right?
There's some empty offices that ain't doing nothing over in.
That's not what the building was designed for.
It wasn't designed to move the voting
There ain't
people
no
out
voting
there.
over there, is it?
Huh?
There's no voting over there, is it?
No, there sure ain't.
Well,
But why would you, if you got empty
my motion
offices?
would be to move him over there in the old beauty salon.
Either location will work for us, or for me.
He's fine with it, he's looked at it.
I've looked at it, it's a perfect.
You hadn't consulted with nobody else about it, so
Well, that's just,
There may be some other plans for that over there.
okay, what are the plans for it? You got some plans for it?
Yeah, I've talked to, I think.
He's talked to me
all four
about it.
commissioners.
I thought it would be a great location for them.
Well, I've asked them about the situation. They've all suggested that building or
I'll second
one over
that.
there.
You what?
I'll second that to move into Shabby Chic's old building.
The old beauty shop where it used to be,
Yeah,
right?
beauty shop.
Over here again, emergency management's gonna take the back road. When we end up with.
How is emergency management taking the back road?
Because you're gonna have him over there headquartered over here, and when we do have a disaster, we're gonna have another one. Are you gonna let me
I
talk?
wish everybody would tell what they're thinking instead of hiding behind the feelings.
It ain't feelings,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
emergency
It sure is.
management building, there's
It sure
empty
is.
offices there, and you wanna separate the emergency management. That's like telling you, well, you gotta store all your equipment at the dump down there, because we got another spot. If there was some logic behind it, I wouldn't be arguing.
You're good with that building, right? You've looked at it?
I've looked at it, I'm okay with either location. I would just like to get an answer.
Listen, sir, hold on just a second. First of all, this ain't no public comment time. Time for public comments over with. We having a hard enough trouble communicating amongst ourselves, let alone everybody else throwing in their 2 bits. Yes, sir.
I was gonna ask you, do you have any other plans? I haven't heard of anything else for that over there, so that mine is it. When we talked about it, there was nothing else going there.
We can go into executive session. It has to do with real estate as a whole. We can talk about that.
Yeah, we need to do that, we need to do it. Right now, I don't have any other plans, I didn't have anything.
No, that's all right. We got a motion? Who made the motion?
And a second.
Have a motion by Matuno, second by Mr. Domney, to move the DPS Tatum County Liaison Officer over to the beauty parlor that we just acquired over there on Main Drag. Separate from the emergency management facilities over here. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? That'd be me. 4-1, the motion passes.
Thank you all.
Yes, sir.
Glad you have your new office, Chris, here in Coldspring.
Me too, congratulations.
I think we do have electricity, providing electricity.
At least there's a propane tank back there too.
Yeah, it's a nice little building. It probably needs to do well.
So I have some tips about it.
14-15, consideration, discussion, possible vote to go out for bids for new copiers with options to purchase versus to lease. We're talking about the whole countywide
The
contract?
whole countywide.
Is our lease expired or something?
We have been on a maintenance contract for several years now. The copiers that we currently have are like 7 and 8 years old. Like Sherry, when she came and spoke, hers dead. They pretty much said that they can't get parts for those. They're obsolete. So we had someone come around and kind of do an estimate on things, but we kind of thought we could get something a little bit better. So we would like to go out for bids and see what our options are, and to also have a lease instead of purchasing them, because a lease, you can do a lease 5 years and then get new ones versus, keeping these things, because these are all ours. And if we can get them to buy them back, we don't have to destroy them, get them declared salvage or whatever. We can get them to pick them up and take them off. Some of the ones that we have that are in some of the other offices that are needing them, we can take the ones that are not super, that are still in very good shape and put them in some of these offices that could utilize them and use them, that don't make a lot of copies but need a copier. So that's the plan.
So I'll make the motion to go out for bids.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Matuno, second by Commissioner Carr, to go out for copiers. Questions, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous. 5-0. 16, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to go out to bid for 2025-2026 annual material bids. I don't have a list, nothing either.
I'm just asking permission to go out.
Kind of like to know what all we're talking about, so we can elaborate to our constituents about what all we're talking about.
It's all of our road material gas, food, all of your annual bids that all go out the door. We were trying to get it done earlier. We can bring it back the next quarter and provide you a list if you want.
Well, I mean,
It's just cutting down.
We'd like to everybody know.
Yes.
there's, gas and oil and rock and post oak gravel and iron ore gravel and all kinds of different things. Culverts,
Yes.
we've even added on, lay down work and trucking and different things like that.
Plus, when the option comes up with a rotomill, rejuvenate asphalt.
In order to go out for bids, there should be a list that we're
We'll
going,
have that.
because what are you going, how you going to relay the bid proposals if we don't have a list?
Gotcha.
Is there anything else that y'all might want to add so we can put it on that list?
Yes, I think along with the laydown work, we need to put chip seal.
Let's put power washing the courthouse sidewalk on
Chip
there.
seal.
Water.
Chip seal, yeah.
SEL.
Yeah, because the county will provide all materials.
Y'all will provide some.
Either option, just options.
Okay. I can add that.
Usually not do this.
That's my age.
So we're gonna put this on the next agenda, and we're gonna have a list. Anything y'all think that needs to be on there,
Please add it to, send it to us.
because we've done it kind of piecemeal before, and it really ought to be done all at one time.
Yes.
Where it ain't but one document we gotta refer to. Put on next agenda.
Something comes up.
Item 17, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve and enter into a regional mutual aid agreement between the counties of Denton.
All in favor there.
Sheriff's Department had an opportunity to look at it this time, and they're
If you
good
bring
with
the
it.
contract, we can just get the president to go ahead and sign off.
Yeah, well,
No,
I think it works
unless
a little
if it's
different
already
than
been approved by the board.
I believe it's already.
We've approved ours.
Good.
Each county had to have their own.
Well, I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Mars,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Dominy.
So you can tell it kind of what it's about. It's all about mutual aid in the event of a natural disaster, get money back.
Right, for reimbursement through FEMA and FEMA, you have to meet the billing requirements. Biggest part of it is the first 12 hours you can't bill for. After that, you're required to bill for in order to be compliant for other grants. So it just lays out the rules and
Is it? Oh, you got one that already
sets the
marked.
prices. Assigns responsibilities and liabilities.
All right. Anything else?
No.
At for that powerful oratory on behalf of Mr. Williams. I have a motion by Commissioner Barnes and a second by Commissioner Dominey to approve a regional mutual aid agreement between the counties and deputy counties. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it unanimous, 5-0. Motion include? Okay. I got mutual aid authorizing resolution. Executed by the parties hereto, each party entity acting by and through its duly authorized official as required by law and multiple counterparts, each which shall be deemed to be an original. So, yeah. Kind of weak when it comes to resolutions, that's what they provided. They got one for, it says county, but some of the cities like Lufkin is, they also are part of it too. What's your email?
OEM at Same-Chapter. Yeah, I don't have one name on it. I mean, it's easier on these.
Keep sending me emails about me.
It's the same one I got. OEM at SAN-TBC. Some people have
That same antenna.
24-hour number. You're selling it.
832-401-6960.
Your office.
I have to look it up. I'm not as good
He
at
don't
that.
call himself his office.
I got you on a button I push, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You're good.
I don't know the number either.
Judge Wayne, we're going to take a quick break.
Yes, sir.
Everything went to spell phone, so it's on the ground.
653.
Yeah, so it's 3395. I don't think I remember.
339.
You know this thing?
Please, do you have it? Mike, I don't know if you have made that call. Just that paperwork.
So what board is that? What committee is that? Which y'all did
For the Homeland Security Advisory. From our county, our county, Houston County.
Good.
Nacogdoches City.
I'm sure everybody's got a representative. They may not come to the meeting.
Yeah, another committee's a little bit shy of actual full MC. I think I found like 3 or 4 of them. I'm down there both times this week. I'll be down there Monday.
She'll send you a copy of the signature. Item number 18, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve LGS addendum for 6 for District Attorney's Office, contract ID number LGS 10301-506 to add 1 inquiry license for evidence technician at San Jacinto County Sheriff's Office who have limited viewing privileges to prosecution portal for $100 monthly.
Well, this is a good one.
Paid for by San Jacinto County Sheriff's Office. Y'all got that in your budget to pay this $100 a month?
We will find it, sir. Is it just one payment?
Put your head up.
No, it's $100 a month.
Oh,
It's our
that's
evidence
not a
tech,
good
so
one.
we can see
Wait a
the
minute.
cases.
Goes back forward.
And who is your evidence tech now?
Mr. Thompson?
He's brand new, right?
Yes, sir.
Is the old evidence tech's one over here, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, where?
Mr.
Okay, that again.
I believe it's also going to be only to my criminal stuff. So that they can get into Dawn's.
The lawyers have limited viewing on the portal and they don't pay $100 a month. Why do we have, why is it weird that the sheriff of all people has to pay $100 a month to view the evidence portal at the DA's office? What's up with that?
Well, if the court's concerned about it, we'll pay it.
I'm just asking you a question.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Why is it set up, they don't give you nothing, these computer companies apparently.
Well,
Do the lawyers pay $100 a month for access to it?
They don't have access to it.
They can't look, well, it's not the same portal I'm thinking about then.
No.
They have some type of portal because that's how they give everybody their evidence in their cases. It's not the same portal, is that what?
It's not the same portal, no.
Can I get an answer out of the man with the purple shirt? It's a different portal?
Sir, I honestly don't know. The portal that we use is what we use to share discovery to comply with Code of Criminal Procedure.
Is it it's not through LGS?
Yes, sir, it is.
We're already paying a whole lot, I'm fine with it, I know that's, y'all are, we're already paying a fortune and then for the sheriff to be able to look at it, oh, that's another $100, that's $1,200, he could, I'm not fussing, I'm just frustrated with the never-ending cost.
He's
Yeah,
right.
they just wear us out.
Well, I make the motion to do it. I mean,
I
they
second that.
evidently want it.
No, it's a good idea, it just irks me that.
Well, we saved $2,000 person watching the sidewalk, so we'll.
Now everybody's happy.
All right, so I got a motion by Commissioner Jacinto. Do I have a second? Commissioner Dominic. Any other comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous 5-0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Were you here for something else? I thought you was.
I just love being here, Judge.
Good answer.
No, I think it's important that one of us is here.
No, it's good.
And I have more fun here than I do in the 258, so.
Good for you.
Consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve the following policy changes. Section 3.2 American Disability Act compliance, Section 8.02026 leave, and Section 16.09, 16.15 drug and alcohol
Yeah,
policy.
this is something that
I didn't
they
realize the committee had met on
would
this already.
go back
We had sent out emails to the committee members.
they know exactly who we are.
Okay. Who all's on the committee nowadays anyway?
We have
I
Commissioner
think
Morris,
we
we
have
have Tammy Curry,
ownership
Bob
of
Dillon,
that.
and
We get fired.
Y'all? Well, I got, I guess 3 of them. Are y'all Mr. Curry, are you?
My question is, why are you questioning?
You don't get to question my motives. Ms. Curry, are you good with it? Or are you?
I don't know what it's all of it is about. I read some of it, but I didn't.
The commissioner doesn't know either, so.
Well, I can explain it.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
I'm quite sure you can, but it'd be more appropriate for y'all to have a meeting and explain it to them in that format instead of
I
putting
sent
them on
out
the
emails
spot.
to them to ask for their inputs and whatnot, and I received nothing back.
When did you ask for that?
It's been like a month ago.
And again, my suggestion is maybe call a brief committee meeting and y'all could meet, then there'll be, because I asked about.
We can do it after court for me, I don't care.
Sir?
We can sit out after court or go to lunch somewhere.
That's fine. It's nothing, it's some of the stuff that you asked me for.
I understand.
Yeah.
We'll table it.
Anytime.
Yeah, we'll put it on the next, y'all can, then everybody will be happy. Put on next agenda. Item number 20. Consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve amended updated routing, road use agreement and routing road use agreement addenda.
Nobody has seen it. Right here.
So what are you changing off the last agreement? Seems like the last agreement was, I don't have it in front of me, but it's.
Are you discussing the road use?
Yeah.
I've taken, road use agreement prior that we've had, and then it had an addendum to it, and so we went ahead and blended those together, and from talking to some of the other commissioner stuff, this is not a new one. This is one that's trying to be, accepted by everybody. I mean,
It seems like that agreement was quite extensive, and I'm just trying to figure out what exactly you're
It's
changing.
on page 3.
yeah, that's in there.
I've been talking to a lady by the name of Alex, and she's kind of in the permit area of this.
Does Jackie know that?
About the pipeline. And she's gave me a list of the roads they're gonna use that they may not be crossing. But one in particular, mine is James Street and Walters, and that's right through a subdivision.
Yeah.
And I would like to pay that.
Main Street's off 156.
Yes.
Off
So
that
they're going,
Ivanhoe Wood
they're going
subdivision.
through the subdivision and turning on Walter, and then they've accessed private easement from an individual. And if I didn't know him, I wouldn't know that they've done this. So they're gonna use our county road for all that traffic.
They're I don't know if it's the same pipeline, but they're also proposing to do a similar thing on Thompson Road out here. And they got state highway access 100 yards down on 1514.
So my thoughts was in this agreement, they're either gonna do something to fix this road
Now.
and after, or
Yeah.
they're not.
No, that's a great idea, Commissioner. It really is.
It's just, this poor people in there, they couldn't stand all that pipeline traffic.
Well, no, they can't.
Mark, I'm just trying to get just a template here. I mean, I think most of that's covered in there. When you said that came up,
That's not
If you don't
specifically.
denote in there that they're gonna fix this road,
Before.
and how many feet.
all that particular road?
Yes.
Before and
I got
after.
the list, I got 3 roads that I got.
Before and after, they're not gonna do it.
Well, I was reading through there, and it
They
does
got
talk
some good
about,
lawyers.
we talk about having a monitor out there, who's watching this, so if they see something right off the bat wrong, and it said in one paragraph there that they have to maintain that road while they're using it.
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah, but he wants them to fix it before they use it.
Yeah. But we know.
You guys, this is gonna apply to all 4 precincts.
Yeah.
You guys and lady.
There's different
Y'all
things.
probably ought to get together and have y'all's heads together on,
But I agree.
apparently, you're not ready to move forward?
I'm personally not. Not, but I want to put that in the agreement, that they're gonna do X to this road. Before, during, and after.
and just another change to it.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I mean, talk about
More detail, the better.
20 years of wisdom over here. I don't listen to that. That's
I've been talking to him like that.
We're having some of the same kind of issue too with Meekins Road. It is, to get to Pickering, they're going down Meekins.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
they're hammering on Meekins and it ain't any.
They beat it all to pieces.
And I have no coverage on that.
Yeah, but this is, can you imagine a subdivision with
Yeah.
50, 60 homes in there that they're.
Let me throw-
Yeah, but I got a 3-year
I
project.
didn't know they could get to the pipe. I guess they go to the very back and then they gotta cross some
They're
of the,
going down Walters, which
yeah.
is a little substreet, and then they bought a private easement to get the pipeline.
Yeah.
But the same landowner owns the property right out to 156. I'm like, why don't you just buy some more easement from them?
Don't do it.
It's on that Foster track.
It is.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Commissioner Tittle, outside of that though,
Yeah.
I thought the contract looked pretty good. I mean, yeah, I know that.
Just, you know, we all got little tweaks we need to put in them that benefit each one of us. You know, you're different than me, what I got going on, I'm different.
When I sent this to you a week ago, how come you didn't put them in there?
Well, you know, there's a lot of things going on in the week too, you know?
Yeah.
We just got the list from her last week.
Yeah, this list was, yeah.
I knew they were
Keep
using.
each other out from under the bus there, Commissioner.
I know. I've been run over before, I know.
Trying to keep them, moving forward to them.
Okay, so
So we'll just table that one till.
we're gonna put this one on the next agenda too. The next agenda is gonna be a big one, I guess. Well, that's a couple weeks, right? Can y'all get with him and?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hate to say this, attorney, but
We have a meeting.
you have leverage by not signing, right?
Yeah. All right, moving right along. Number 21, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve as a new commissioner. I want it documented, a completed inventory has been done, Precinct 1 Road Bridge, see attached San Jacinto County Asset Inventory Certification Form. Conducted an inventory is a standard practice to ensure transparency and accountability.
That's all it calls.
It's important to have an inventory. I
That's
experienced
our
it.
policy already, though.
I think it is.
I know it is. Will they get yours done?
We got it. We got it done.
So you good with this?
Yep. Absolutely.
Crystal?
Yes, I'm fine.
I mean, Miss Dominic, you.
You can call me Chris.
Commissioner Dodd.
Okay. You didn't supply a copy of the actual inventory. It's important to have one. I experienced a changeover one time. And,
Yeah, you better have one.
no inventory list, no stickers on nothing. The desk drawer was removed. Every ballpark pen and stapler and everything that didn't have was dumped in. This is all mine.
Yeah, but you was a lot better than other.
Except that.
Man, you got a brand new upstairs room,
I did.
new ceiling tile, new coat rack.
I did recognize from previous experience a pair of scissors that were this long. I said, you're not getting my scissors.
Ray knows what all you got, all right.
So is there any action required on this, or you just want to bring it to our attention? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
He likes Jefferson, moving on up.
You said there's a policy on that end, catch it, that it has to be done.
What?
Coming in, and what is the policy?
It is policy on that already.
But what, how
To do a
soon,
complete,
how often does it need?
to do a complete inventory.
Going out, coming in.
Coming in and going out. How often remains to be seen? How late?
Because I was looking at what had been done over there. That's the reason I did mine. I just,
We're trying to get things cleaned
You
up.
gotta, you gotta tweak some stuff, add, just, when you send the list, we gotta add, take some stuff off.
Did you do an inventory when he took office? Did y'all do one?
We gave him one to do, yes, yes.
but it has not been verified from the auditor's side. We have done it, she gave us one, we went through, found everything we could.
We've been
threw things
all
off.
of them before. So I asked everybody has gotten it. We've been going through the whole inventory because it was not done.
There wasn't, some things had to be taken off, they've been gone for 10 years.
It's been a mess, so.
Yeah, some of the stuff I was missing, there's folders that says, and court, where they trashed it. So, I mean,
We understand, we've been there.
yeah, so it wasn't like it was stolen.
Yes, because my motion would be that I just want this on the record that we've got.
Is the tape running? It's on the record. And you didn't, okay, is this your list?
Yep, that's my list. And it's noted on there, we have a few shared property items and where to find those. Donnie's got some of the stuff down in his. Was it in the grappler? Was down there?
Unless you took and went and looked at a previous inventory from
And that's what she
way back
provided.
when, she compare what's on it versus what's on the now. This is just a list of what's there now.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
But I did start with the list that she
From
provided.
time to time, we declare things surplus or salvage, and we get rid of things, and I'm not sure if those inventory lists are maintained as frequently as they may should.
Exactly, and that's where I'm starting. I got a starting spot here, and we took off stuff that was on there in 1989, materials and land and stuff, and it was a huge list. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I'm not, when I put our hands on them out there in town and check numbers, and we went back and forth with the auditors several times.
We declared some stuff salvage today. I would say whenever that's done, they should go in there and
Make a change.
right then instead of, you can remember.
But that is the one that should be done.
I see.
So from that, I want to start at point when I am, when I leave out, and they'll know exactly what's said out there.
I'm pretty fortunate. All my equipment has a folder and everything that's shared or whatever is documented, so I'm pretty fortunate on that end.
Thank you so much. All right, 22, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve the senior center requesting to use the space next to the existing storage building to install another 14 by 26 building. See attached photo. Now, are you talking, they got a line of them like a train. We're not talking about going any closer to the courthouse. We're talking about keeping them on that.
Yeah, they've got some pictures in there. They've got one sitting there, and Jerry Jones with the Cowboys is here. But it's gonna be right in line right there, right?
Right.
Yeah. And it's gonna be right behind the other building, the election office. It's just right in line right there. It's not coming out any further toward the parking lot.
It's exactly the same building.
Actually, right behind
No, that's.
the election building?
No.
Right behind the
The only
election.
reason I mention that, because on the proverbial drawing board, one of these days, we're gonna probably add on, we have storage demands and blah, blah, blah. So
And this is a mobile.
These are on skids. Every single one sitting there are on skids.
I make a motion to allow them to move into the building,
It was a storage
the
building.
storage building.
14 by 26.
Could it not go beside the other one?
Then you're getting out into the parking lot out there. I mean, it's not the It is going actually right beside the ones that's
I
there.
mean, not behind the elections though.
So is it going behind the election building or not?
It's right behind the election building.
It goes behind the election building. It does not interfere with the doorway, the rear door. It is merely an extension of the buildings that are there. It will not extend further out into the parking lot than the buildings that presently exist.
Time to time we park trailers and things like that there, so I'll get.
Basically, we moved the emergency trailer over behind Innovation, which had been right there, kind of in the way.
From time to time we do other things there.
It's gonna be set right on top of our water line going to the connections.
Why don't you put it back towards the other direction over there? Would it be jutting into the parking lot or something?
That'd be all right. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Going the other direction.
No. Oh, just go out another, just put it out next to the next one, huh?
Well, we don't want it on the water line, that's for sure.
The water,
If there's
the water line that
the
comes
space that we are using
connections building, that building will be
is
set right on
not
top of it.
being used after the emergency trailer
Water
moved.
line. We got water lines, maintenance says we got water lines.
Right, and I have that, and we have them open and covered, access before, okay? There's nothing, we have access.
The water line that comes from the meter goes right to that corner.
Right, that's already in the corner. That's already covered and prepared, protected, and it's marked,
Says water.
it's marked,
I'm not
saying
talking
water.
about that water. It's not coming from the meter. It goes straight to the corner of that building, and the building will be sitting right on top of it. If the water line was break, we'll have to move the water building.
Not a good idea to put it on top of the water.
No, it's, there, where does the water line then turn? Does it turn and go out to the parking lot?
Where Fritz Park's at, that concrete, the meter's right there, it goes straight to the corner of the building. Straight to the corner.
So maybe y'all could get together and make sure that it is.
The building sits far enough back to where you have access. And the walkway that we build that touches the building can be removed or used through the water line.
To get to
How
that.
about if we put it somewhere, not on top of the water line, and not behind the elections building?
Where is
Some
it?
designs on things that are gonna be done there.
If you wish us to put the building up front on the property, we can do that also, but it's still on your property. That's the reason we ask.
Well, that was gracious of you to ask. Still don't know exactly where you're talking about. It's
Okay.
almost like we ought to go out there and look at it.
That's, the photograph that I provided shows you the election building, and the space that it takes up is marked, the 20-some feet is marked, 26 feet to be exact.
I don't know.
I don't want you ever see it in the parking lot up front.
I'm not for putting it right there, right behind the building.
It's important. Would it work? Would it work up there?
If you got plans later on, they can move it
That's,
out of the way. That's all it is.
if you want,
Put it to the
what
left
parking
of
lot
these.
are you speaking of?
Or the other row buildings, just put it right beside them up front.
Well, we can certainly do that. In fact, that works out, we could put another building beside the one up front. If that's a problem, we have no problem with that. We're merely trying to use space that does not interfere with people parking in that grassy area. That's all. If you don't want it down there, we'll put it right beside the one up front.
That would be my thought.
I'm just, as long as we get the storage space, that's what we're looking for. That's accessible.
I didn't bring my phone. Is there any way to pull it up on, you pull it?
Yes, you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, you got a tablet.
Oh, you got that one, man.
I have landline, and I can pull up the spot, but I don't have the phone.
Hang on just a second, I'll pull it up.
Judge, orange traffic benefit.
Well, you know,
Would she have done
if we get ready to do some of the,
And just flip.
we don't want it right here.
Okay.
We take our time, but we do have some long-range plans to do something with that. And we don't want to be the guys who made the senior citizens move their stuff. Let's just get it in a place we can live with now. Okay, so that's where I don't think we want it.
Okay.
So, out there, I'm saying over here,
There is a telephone pole there, but we can still go next to the telephone pole. I don't have pictures of that. But,
I still don't know exactly where you're talking about going. I don't.
Mark, you gotta make sure I'm right on what you're talking about, because here's the part.
In front of the other store.
Right in front of the other one.
Where are you talking about?
Right here. Right in front of it.
Right over, because here's where they're at the program, right?
You want to put it right there, right in front of this one, right there. That's straight out. Right straight out.
They were trying to keep it out of the parking here, and that's what I told them. I said, well, and they said, how about this?
It's more convenient for them, they don't have to walk all the way down there.
Here, actually, I think that water line runs right here, and then goes in
The water line and the future plant.
So, you got it.
DT.
That future road coming right here. So you know that future.
Here's a good one, now, let's go. Because your water line comes
That's an old picture, that's not certain.
Where he's talking about.
Jerry Jones, that is your name, I thought he was talking about something about the Cowboys.
well, I've had to live with that a while, so.
You know where we want it over here. Nobody wants it there. Except you. I don't care. We don't want it there. Tell you, we got a plan right there. This goes,
It's just important.
okay, so we're good with,
Change the location, not the sign, the other, straight out.
Okay.
all right, I would entertain a motion to put the building on the, that's right, northeast corner behind the senior building, not behind the elections building. Right next to that other one.
So just a second.
Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Sweeney.
Looking at the back of the building, be on the east
Closest
side.
to the parking lot, closest to the drive.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
I have a second by Commissioner Tuno.
Well, here you say.
Mars walked out too? Any other questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous 3-0. Two of the commissioners have walked out, Commissioner Downey and Commissioner Hart. Item number 23, consideration, discussion, possible votes to approve to update the scoring committee. I presume you're talking about the committee that reviews administrative contracts and engineer contracts, architects, things of that nature. I have served on that before. I'm not sure. I think Mr. Brandon is still named on that.
Do we know who that is? Who's on the committee now?
Brandon and Mark Woods and Caroline. That's the three that's on right now.
No, there's only three. Me and you were on it for a long time.
It's David Brandon's the one that needs to get replaced.
So you're wanting to be on it?
I'd be More than willing. I don't really.
I mean, we got 3. Who do we want?
I certainly wouldn't mind being on it. I deal with the grant people a lot.
All right, one of them would be the judge. Who else we want to put on there?
Just we keep Mark on there, and if they don't mind, Mark, they deal with that.
Do y'all mind continuing to serve on the scoring committee? If you don't, it's okay. It don't hurt to revive and get some new blood in it.
They got right to go to that call.
Put the auditor on there, Mark and.
She was Caroline was on it when she was the auditor. If you want to put the new auditor on there, I don't care.
Is everybody good with that?
What?
Caroline, you good? Judge, Mark Wood, and Martin for 3 scoring committee.
Is that a motion?
I'll make that motion. If everybody's good with it.
I have a motion to appoint, configure a new scoring committee, myself, Ms. Ainsworth, Brother Wood, Governor Woods. Can I get a second? I have a motion by Commissioner Martino.
I'll second that.
Second by Commissioner Dominic. Any questions, comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0.
When did you explain that yesterday? Yesterday. I was on where you did that.
Item number 24, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve Operation Lone Star grant purchase of custom pro lasers. So I got your email, but I already had left the building, so to speak, about the Lone Star report, quarterly report. And usually when you do that, they send me an email with a big old button, click here to certify or something. I hadn't found that button as of this morning. The auditor and I are going to go over there, but I did notice in some of, and I don't know if y'all put it in there, one of the things that was mentioned, you confirm whether or not you've received over $750,000 in the last fiscal year, and if you have, then you check the box that says we did receive more, and then a single audit's required. The single audit's already been ordered, and where are we at on that?
I don't think we've collected anything, have we?
The what?
We haven't collected any money, have we?
On this grant, no, not yet. But the
No, not on this
single
grant.
audit, that has something to do
In
with the
total.
single audit. It's the total amount of monies that you collected
Oh,
from
okay.
federal funds. So
Whether it's Lone Star, Senate Bill 22, FEMA, you name it, if it's federal money,
We gotta do it.
we've gotten to where we get a single audit every year because we've been blessed with lots of help from the federal
Well, I'm
government.
confused. I thought you brought it up because of this item here and you were talking about.
I did. I'm gonna change that, and I don't know if y'all put that in there, maybe you didn't know. Maybe you thought, well, it's just for this grant, but it's not, so.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
I don't either. Well, all I know is we haven't gotten any money from Lone Star on anything that we spent, and it's all coming out of the general fund at this point, so.
That's because it's on hold waiting on this report, and
Well, it's not just waiting on that. He's done something, he's fixed everything that they say to fix. We're waiting on either them to send you an email to push that button, or for the grant people to do what they're supposed to be doing.
one of them is 801 and 802. This is the second one. I think the first one, I'm not sure if it's completely up to snuff either, because previous administration didn't do as much as they might have as far as putting in information into the computer and following.
I'll go back in there and look, but I think that was all taken care of.
Maybe. I could have swore I saw a thing that said financial hold on there.
Who's the grant person? You talking to the grant person, or she talking to the grant person?
We are both talking to the grant
Do we
person.
know who that person is?
Yes, sir.
We need to know them very well.
They changed, well, just to give you a hint, they did just change our grant person.
It's
So-
somebody like Harvey Keitzman or
No,
something.
that guy's gone.
He's already gone?
He's gone.
He's on the last one that I
Yeah,
had.
we got
on
a new, It's, his name is
No, that's him.
Is it-
The Haynes
Haynes or something, yeah.
Well, I cut off
That's a different name.
pronunciation, I butchered.
Yeah, but we hadn't been able to reach him.
Since, for 2 days.
Yeah, so.
Well, listen, they still have Mary Foreman as the person who's turning in.
Yeah, I've already talked to him about that too, to change that. Just like me and her, we've tried to get a hold of him to get some stuff done with him.
Where's he at? Some
In
of
Austin.
these, chief,
Somebody needs to drive the
Chief.
chief today.
Where's he at?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I can change personnel on some of these grants. I have the ability to do that, but I don't change nothing unless you say, I don't know who you're.
It's me.
You?
Change it to me.
I think I can. I ain't saying I don't have to call her. You take Ms. Foreman out?
I think I may be able to also.
I know I can't make any changes.
Well, it's a check and a balance, you know. Y'all do all the work and I get to get credit for clicking on the button. Yeah, I applied, got that 2 million, blah, blah, blah.
Just like she noticed that all the changes that we added, see, they went through it and looked and said, hey, you need to add this, you need to add this, you need to add this. And we went in and added all that stuff, and I updated and added forms,
When we
which she's
get through, we're
verified.
gonna go over it
And now we're waiting
sit
on
down
them
and look at it so
for
we
y'all to
can.
get that button
Yeah.
to push.
So I usually get an email and it's got a link and you click on it and then you know, they kind of walk you through some of it.
Yes, we also even called his supervisor yesterday, and we got the same thing, voicemail. I don't know if they had a big
That's at the
meeting.
governor's office, right?
Yes.
Well, okay, so I'm sorry.
I just wanted to follow up on what you're saying.
I did not mean to get you off track, but what you got here is Operation Lone Star purchase of custom pro lasers.
Correct.
Now, the commissioner did bring up, there's been a whole lot of stuff bought, but we gotta keep up with these reports, because we're not getting the money. It's all coming out of the general fund, and we can't.
And what would you say was holding it up? Because I'm with you. I printed out something that there's, well, almost $500,000 probably in the works. I got a $267,000. We haven't claimed anything. And there's probably another $200,000 that's still floating out there. What's keeping that? Because you've got the invoices here. I just don't know what's keeping them from landing in our.
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
The button, the right button.
I'd have to sit down at the portal, log in there and see what the requirements, what is they need.
It's just radar. That's all.
Got the numbers.
But they're called they're laser radar.
Something's not getting done, I mean, somewhere in there. I just.
Well, how much are we talking about spending on these?
$3,006.25.
No, about 15, by the time you put the drone in there.
Oh, well, that's.
I know.
But it's all different categories of things that were actually approved through the grant.
What's the deadline to have this money spent?
August 31st.
August 31st.
So we're kind of trying to
We're trying to
hurry,
get stuff,
but we need to.
because we're gonna, whatever we don't spend, we don't get.
Okay.
Try to
I just want to make sure we can get it.
That's the whole idea.
Didn't work
And we
out.
have submitted an FSR. It's just not for everything because some of the
You submitted a
categories.
what?
We have submitted an FSR. which is-
Financial status report.
Right, we have submitted it, but not for all of it because items that he was going in there to correct or update were on hold. I can't
Didn't we
submit
buy about
or
a
request that
$500,000?
money until those things are released. So
Cars? Have we spent the money on the cars yet?
the cars we've got a PO, we have not paid for them, they came in yesterday.
Just coming.
So right now,
We need to get on top of this paperwork before we turn that one in. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're already out there for how much? $500,000?
Over.
Yeah.
And we haven't taken a dime yet. But I can see.
Yes, we have. I just said that I have claimed it. It only what I can get in the system. It is a technical issue on the grant side that we are trying to get resolved. I have all of it submitted in the downloads. I just can't put it into their system and claim it. It has been submitted, but not in.
Has the wire hit the bank? Have we?
No.
Then we haven't got it.
We haven't gotten any money, but it has been, we have been claiming it. It's just, it's not in the system.
Has it been approved and it just hasn't been moved?
No, it hasn't been approved yet. That's what we're.
Is that $500,000 out of the first round or the second round?
We're only in the first round. The second round doesn't start until September 1st.
Well, we've already applied. We're
Yes.
sitting on go on that.
Yes.
Well, we're not gonna get anything out of the second one until we get our ducks in a row on the first one.
Right.
So this is one radar?
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion to approve the $3,006.25.
It's a radar?
Handheld radar.
Call it
Okay, I thought it was a laser printer. It said that's awful much for a printer.
Take it to Lee Turner Road, please.
I have a motion by Commissioner Tuno to approve $3,000 on the radar gun, second by Commissioner Mars, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. 25, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve Lone Star grant purchase of a drone.
What?
Okay.
Now, that one I have some questions on. Sure. About the legality of the drone. I think we have one, right?
Yes, sir. Operation Lone Star has it right now, so every time I need it, I have to get them to come to my scene.
My question is, isn't it somebody supposed to be licensed to run that?
Yes. Yeah, they have more licensed people than my office does, so.
That was my question. I'm just trying to make that clear.
Are you licensed?
Yes, sir.
And it is in the application.
Your drone is at the sheriff's office?
It's between us. They have it out in the field right now. They've been using it on their more dangerous cases, I guess you'd say.
I do know you can't fly it over the sheriff's department.
Not supposed to.
But we can.
Or commissioner's houses when they go feed in their pajamas.
I'll make a motion to allow the $9,299 purchase of a drone.
Is that a motion, Commissioner?
Not to mention that this is a much bigger drone too.
That's a, no, that's a sophisticated.
Is that a motion?
It is a motion, yes, sir.
So what all does it do? Has it got camera?
Got cameras.
Hook where you keep your fishing line.
Infrared. Infrared.
Pick up your bait and take it out there about a quarter of a mile and drop it in the water.
It's not big enough for us to start picking up packages and delivering them. No.
So we do need to have that on insurance.
Yes.
I have a motion.
I'll second that.
Need a second, got a second by Commissioner Downey. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. Item number 26, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve donation from East Tex 2 and Texas Pride Metal Building and Storage to the San Antonio County Sheriff's Office and Blackstone Grill. Those are nice.
Yes, sir, it's very nice.
I'll make that motion. Where y'all gonna station it? Where y'all cook steaks for them, make sure?
No, I haven't even made cook our steaks, but,
There you go. I didn't know, I just.
no, it's for our breakfast in the mornings, and we have meetings and stuff like that. And then me and my captain, we have purchased we do all the propane purchasing and stuff like that. So the county, there's nothing out on the county side.
That helps your morale, man.
It does go along with
It does, morale makes so much morale.
Did you get a second on that?
I ain't got a motion yet. Got a motion by Commissioner Mars, second by Commissioner Sweeney. And this is from East Tex 2 and Texas Pride Metal Building. I'd like to thank them very much for that.
Absolutely.
Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. 27, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve calendar fundraiser. Come on now. Calendar, y'all gonna get up and,
Yeah.
is that what we're talking about?
You know what, sir? Whatever I can bring in money to help out with our fundraisers, our school events and stuff, we have to buy all these knickknacks and all these items that we go to school, these calendars. We're looking at ways to fund this. So the way we're doing it is, this man is offering to go out and sell them calendars, and we recoup some funding for it, so we can use the funds for our special events that we have to go to.
Is anybody here on this? The man, what you're talking about?
No, the man, no.
So I was visiting with another sheriff department, and they do this also. And kind of ran under the parade, they said it's a gimmick.
Yeah, well, his gimmick is gonna, if I'm not mistaken, it's $1,500 to us.
Well, they're gonna give you $1,500 and no cost to you.
No cost to me.
Well, what do they do, go around and
He sells
get people up?
these calendars, these ads on these calendars. And and we get our money off the top.
You would never know, I know all about it, you never bought one.
Yeah. You gonna buy one?
I always buy one. Mark wouldn't know, Judge, he never bought one.
Well, that way we can buy calendars and.
I know they just go around selling ads.
I've paid for them.
Yeah, that's all they do.
I would hope they not try to pull a fast one on the sheriff's department. That would be.
Well, they do.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
What was the percent, do you know, they're gonna give to you?
No, it's just 15 off top. Once he, that was it. You know, if he makes more than that, and it's on him.
Okay.
So it says $2,000 or 25%, whichever is greater.
Yeah, but he says the average on that is only about 1,500, you know. He normally, it's average is what he gets. I mean, we could go higher, but I'm not gonna hold, you know, that we're gonna get maximum benefits. People are not always.
You can try to get those firefighters on the calendar.
No, we don't want the firefighters show.
I don't think y'all.
No, it's sheriff's.
I don't think y'all get the gym here much.
Sheriff's.
So
They have their own calendar.
it's not a 12 calendar thing you lift up, it's a page.
It's a big page with all the ads on it and then the
It's got
photo.
all the businesses on there, they may be from Polk County, they may be from Montgomery County, no matter what, they're the ones that are paying, and they're giving them $1,500 that kind of
It
stuff.
says $2,000.
Yeah, he says 2,000.
25%.
It's 2,000.
They guaranteed him 1,500.
Sir?
They guaranteed him 1,500.
That's not what this paper says.
He actually guarantees me 2,000 on here.
It said
But like I said, I'd be happy to get 15. Because I think with that, we
I'll make that
plenty of gizmos and gadgets
So let them go out and do
for them
that.
kiddos at school.
I have a motion by Commissioner Morris.
I'll second.
Because them little sheriff stickers cost money.
Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
That's a bit on.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous 5-0. Item number 28, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve a donation of 3 point-blank body armor valued at $3,000 for the sheriff's department. Donation, who from?
United States Deputies Association.
Thank them,
I'll make that motion.
thank them, thank them, thank them.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Jacinto, a second by Commissioner Sweeney. Any questions?
That's definitely got to be inventory.
By the way, we bought some, that was with Senate Bill 22, or was that somebody?
It was that
That was a shield you're talking about?
Yeah, we bought shields or something like
And y'all don't have no vest.
Well, what happened?
We did.
And that's the question, where they at?
I have no idea, sir. They wasn't there,
They
they wasn't there when I got there,
They
sir.
said they expired.
But they do expire, but after 7 years.
We had a grant because, listen, what do you mean they're not there? There's none of them there?
Sir, when we took office, sir, I think there's like 4 vests that
This
was,
was $25,000 worth of this.
well, they're,
Because I remember it very well.
How long ago?
Remember they had applying for it, click the button that was not bulletproof, bullet resistant. The grant called for bulletproof. They sent us all these vests. We couldn't get paid for them. I had to stick the DA on them, and they finally convinced them to let us return, and then we got the right kind of vest. But after all of that trouble is bought with federal money, what do you mean they're not? You don't have them?
there's only like 4.
Were they vests or
I thought they were shields.
Now, we do have the shields.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, there's 2 different things there.
Those are shields.
Yeah, every time we have a ride at the courthouse, you whip them out.
We got, you got 4 of them, 4 shields, and then we got the little small shields. The big shields, each sergeant has 1, and they got lights on them and everything, they're real nice. And then we got the little smaller, it's like a little shield, yeah.
I remember those first, they had their names on them or something like that, and then that was an issue, because you want us to take these back, they've got San Jacinto County specially printed on them. What to do? But I'm glad to know you do have the shields.
I have the shields.
Yeah, good. All right.
We might be getting our own stuff donated back, right? No, I'm just kidding.
We'd like to certainly thank these folks for this generous donation. So I have a motion, second by Mr. Commissioner President Tuno, second by Mr. Sweeney. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous. 5-0.
I have some more news for OLS.
Joint Number 30, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve necessary action for purchases under the Operation Homestead. Anything else?
Yes, sir. We have received 3 of our new Ford Explorers. They are at this point getting outfitted with striping on the side of the cars. We are locating the titles.
I already talked to her.
You got them?
I talked to her, and she's overnight on something.
Yes, so we're getting the titles done so we can get the plates put on the vehicles. And they should be hopefully within a week.
If you've received them, I guess we paid for them. So that,
No, but they'll be out in operation within a week. And the last of the 4 cars that is being finished, that's going to be our K9 car. It's taking them a little longer to do the K9 car than the other 3. And then we'll have, hopefully within a week or 2, we'll have all 4 of them out on the road. And they're also doing 3 more of our Tahoes. We should have those shortly. And it won't be long, we'll have every car that we've purchased on the street.
Should be in next month or so.
Yes, sir.
So when you get the Lone Star cars, that'll take 3 to go back in patrol, right?
Well, we're using, on our Longstar, we're actually using the older Ford Explorers that we wouldn't even using anymore. We've actually been using those. They're technically almost salvage
So we probably
condition.
put them up for sale, because I mean,
Eventually.
when we get new cars, we want to get rid of some old.
Yes, sir.
We want to keep 1,500 on fleet up there.
No, we're bringing it down, just like when we get all our new Tahoes in. All of them, we're gonna end up separating some of the other Ford trucks and reducing that. And hopefully, when we do that, we'll have one for our maintenance crew that we could actually give them a decent vehicle.
We appreciate that. We appreciate
Yeah, to me, it's all about sharing.
I agree. I'm glad y'all working with us. I really am.
anything else for us, things that might that you need to purchase under that, that's just our catch-all item.
Well, we're gonna end up, probably trying a couple more, hopefully between, me and the auditor, we get all the other stuff corrected. And, we're gonna try to look at what's left on that agenda and try to get that, anything else purchased, because we're running out of time on that. And, because we already know what the next, agenda has, and it's basically has nothing but, just payroll. So we know we're not gonna be buying any more items.
We hadn't got no money for payroll either?
No, payroll for the next, I'm talking about on the,
You're talking
on the next grant. We know we're not gonna get any more equipment.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you too.
When you do that, you do call it over. Make sure that PO or something in order still qualifies.
Item number 29, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve necessary action for the Parks and Wildlife grant for the community park, Johnson County. Ms. Bailey?
So I have passed out packets to y'all.
Dee Dee, can I address something right now before we get good and started? I know nobody wants to hear this, there's a big elephant in the room.
Okay.
And it's about the name of the park.
Okay.
I think the majority of people would like to see it a memorial park where just instead of one name, everybody's name is listed on this thing. And I know it's special in your heart, and I get that, and I don't hurt your feelings.
Well, what I had proposed is the name of it be Neil Adams Memorial Park, but put a memorial in there for all of them.
I hear a lot of grumbling you don't hear.
Okay.
And I don't. There was a man who was a sheriff, a cop over here and saved my facility in my area, who drowned and saved 2 kids' lives.
And his name will be on
And
that.
his family has reached out to us because I'm just telling y'all what goes on with a lot of these things that you don't hear that we hear.
We had a memorial here about a month ago back here. I called everybody I knew to try to contact somebody in that family, and they said no.
I appreciate it. I get it. You're doing a great job at this. I just want to bring out some issues, and that's all I gotta say.
And I get that and understand that, and I have a very sensitive heart on this matter, and I will say that, and I do agree. But I am the one.
I respect that.
I am the one that has come forward and say, I want to build this park.
I respect you for that, and I
I'm the one
agree.
who is constantly on my side time digging and trying to find pieces. This park has had a blueprint since 2010. And I'm the one that's come forward and said, I want to build this park, I want to do this, I'm putting in the work.
Dee Dee, I commend you for what you've done. I really, really do. I'm just telling you some issues that nobody wants to address. That's all.
I agree, but I get to put my side in it, and
I didn't mean to offend you, Bob.
No, and you're not, because I understand the other side of it, I do. But I'm the one that's doing the work, I'm the one that's busting my butt, I'm the one that says, let's put a park here for these kids. And I'm only asking one thing in return for all of my hard work, and that's to name it after my husband that died in the line of duty.
I agree.
That's all I'm asking. And it's up to y'all to make that decision whether it can be done or not. But regardless, I'm going to work on this part.
I think we ought to look at bringing it in front, because as she works hard and gets this, and Mr. Jacinto, we'd already talked to you about this, I guess, a couple meetings back, that there had been some pushback on this, that we go ahead and get that established and before we move on down the road, because you're going to be contacting people, and you need to be able to say, this is the name of this deal and all that, but if we put it out there on an agenda and say, this is what we want to name this, and people have issues with it, if they've got big enough issue, they can stand up here, and that way we can establish the name. And then we can keep moving forward on this, or whatever's going to happen on that. Would you agree? I mean, that's what I'll be putting on one of the agendas that we get in front of the court. Put it out there.
I don't think nobody has an issue with you doing anything as far as ever how it comes down. And like I said, I commend you for what the work you put in this thing, so.
We'll look at that, we can talk about that.
This is the big truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's.
So as I've been looking for equipment for the park, I come across a pretty good sized set of equipment. It's was priced at $196,000. They are discounting it for $98,000. It is on the buy board, or the company is on the buy board, but the discount, because they're going for a more modern look, they're trying to get their older look sold. It's on a discount. The first couple pages I gave you was a look of it. The color is going to be different. The second one is the blueprint on it. The third set that I gave you is what they're... Sorry?
The first one got 6 slides on there, that's...
Yes. That's the one we're looking at, but it's going to be a different color. If you look at...
Which one you're looking at?
Probably ought to be,
This one?
It's the same, so
This
yes, the colored one, the colored one is the one I'm looking at.
This one here?
Yes.
The one behind it's just a diagram, it's the same thing, it's just a diagram.
The colors.
Yeah, it's the colors will be changed. I'm wanting the brighter colors instead of...
look at there, it's got,
Now, does that come
right
assembled?
here, it's got Coldspring red, Shepherd blue on the same slide. How do they know?
Working together.
Working together.
So,
It don't come assembled?
well, that's one of the things I have
Have
to
you ever
talk
tried to put a
about.
swing set together and slide on?
Let me finish. Let me finish. So, in this, the first set that I gave you, in there it has the different things that they provide. We can do with or without. One of them is the engineered wood fiber, but Commissioner Morris has already found a place that'd be willing to give us.
Who?
You talk about the place for the wood chips?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Don't you have to hook up down with the wood chips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a whole,
So,
I got 43 acres.
1 yards, that's not much, it's only four big trucks.
Man, they'll bring that stuff. They're shredding all that stuff over
Oh,
right now.
that's good. That'd be, we're
So-
talking about this one, right?
yes,
Yes.
the colors on top of
There
it.
is, they do have $1,000 roll on dumpster that you could provide, we could provide, right?
Yeah, I bet we put it in the roll.
Sorry.
One of the proposals that we need to do here on it, because we don't have a grant, anything, is we have to establish this so we can put it in a
We
grant.
have some funds that.
We have funds that we're going to use to do this part, so with the 98, it saves us a lot more money.
Do we have that much available in that fund?
We have 214,
Motel tax.
Oh, yeah, that's
214
good.
right now.
But the problem is, who's gonna put this thing together?
Well, that's what I'm getting to, let me finish. So, number three is
Anything we can do,
I wouldn't do it.
never put one together, but I'm sure.
Sorry.
number three
This
is,
man of many functions, I have the utmost confidence in his ability.
Oh, this thing was complex.
number three is the fabric, that is the weed barrier,
The what?
Lawn chair, let me see.
the fabric weed barrier. So, you look at the,
This one.
this one right here. The third one down
Yep.
is the fabric barrier, which is $696 in total. The total is the price and then the total is at the end. Then you have the plastic landscape timber with the stakes. Then you have the ramp. Then you have the dumpster rental. This is turnkey. There's a lot of stuff that we can do ourselves, I think. If we buy this before August the 15th, we get another $4,592 discount. And the professional installation is a little over $45,000.
Now, on
Now,
this dumpster rental they got there, what is it? How many yards is that? Do they say?
It says, it doesn't say how many
They don't
yards.
say a 20-yard, 30-yard?
It doesn't, but I figure with our people close by, we could probably get a pretty good deal on the dumpsters. Or you.
Or you.
You're gonna have a budget on this,
I'm just wondering where they go.
We got a wood park, so.
What are we talking about doing, the whole 148,000 or 98 by the?
98.
I think we're talking about maybe trying to buy it.
There's 214,000 as of the end of June.
Yeah, right now, I thought we were just talking about buying the equipment.
Yes, right here.
I think we might can come up with the wood chips and, I don't know,
Yes.
that fabric stuff.
This is what they gave us to turnkey, and my plate is, there's a lot of things we can do ourselves.
That engineer's gotta be like a thing, that berm built all the way around it, right?
Yes.
That way I'm taking
Yes.
that. That's what it's gotta be.
The one thing I
Gotta be
did
like
ask
that.
them about the installation fees, they said if we install it ourselves, it voids the warranty. So you'll have to take that into consideration.
What kind of warranty they give you?
On the very last
Voids
page.
the warranty completely.
So I've got an issue, I just saw it. This is only from age 5 to 12.
5 to 12. The other one,
Anybody else use it over 12? I mean.
No, not
because they've
really.
got a 68-pound weight.
no, that's, usually, when you get past that, no, it won't. Usually when you get past age 12, they're not wanting to play on it.
That's how many kids can play on it at one time, child capacity. It ain't,
68?
It's 68 children can be on it at one time.
that's not the weight.
What they say?
68 children at one time.
Some of my kids weigh more.
Child
The
capacity.
age of 5 to 12 child capacity is 68, not 68 pounds, 68 children.
Oh, 68
I'm sure there will
Yes.
be a weight, and we can put a sign up there, you don't want teenagers out there monkeying around, I don't think.
I mean,
Tearing
if
it
there's
up.
not a lot of it, but teenagers are not gonna want to
That's
be on
wrong.
it. That comes to the part for the.
I just hate to see them voiding the warranty because we're putting it together. That's the only thing kind of screws me.
Yeah, so you have to take that into consideration.
Maybe the judges will usually know about the money deal, but we got $200,000 there, and we got, I thought we were kind of pushing for the restrooms and all first, and this in phases and all that, and you're gonna have to budget just for the playground equipment, which we have playground equipment out there already.
We have one
So I'm
small
not
one,
seeing
but
what we're gonna use.
we have one small one, but every playground equipment that I found that would be of decent size is
Oh, yeah.
200 and over.
Yeah.
This one in its normal stage
We
is
focus
100.
on the bathroom first, and we got a place for them to go to the bathroom, but nothing to play on. I say, give them something to play on.
Well, we've got it set up there right now. It's not,
It's
it's not,
it's
not the Taj Mahal,
So,
but.
but also, but this is still in phases. I agree, we're a small county, we can only do so much at a time, but if we don't do something, we won't start the process.
So what are you wanting to do? Are you wanting to do the purchase of it and the?
I wanna do the purchase of it, the rest of it is
That's
free.
why I did.
So we like, they don't think it's gonna be this kind of deal after all this.
That's all.
15, you said.
They're trying to discontinue this
Yeah, no, I
and
got you.
liquidate it, and
Hey, DP, don't leave, man.
DP,
they,
don't leave.
they're,
You're trying to put it in there.
where is this?
It's right there.
On Slade Street, the one on Slade Street. Yeah.
Could you imagine
That's,
Spend 100,000.
Yeah.
50% of the cost is just
Hey,
put
Judge,
it together, that's.
we give DP a whole year person to do this, put this together.
Yeah.
What they want.
Yeah, you're right.
Can we pay for that? Okay.
It comes with instructions.
This is,
It didn't become a priority until I found the sale.
Right.
And it's on
DD.
sale. That's
There's some playground equipment there now, so kids are there and you live without a restroom.
Yeah.
Would hiring an employee to even know how to go?
I'm telling you.
that's right.
$45,000 for
Well, that's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
You
what-
can hire an employee for the whole year for less than $45,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the economic development money.
Judge, you want to put it together?
How could you say such a thing? When I put them together, I usually end up doing it about 3 times before I get it right.
I thought it was flying away.
You put, I would take that on 45 grand.
Yeah, but you gonna work the rest of the year after you're finished?
Can I do it?
Okay, then.
Mike can get it done cheaper than 45,000.
I think if there's a will, there's a way we can do it ourselves and save the 45. The only thing I'm putting to y'all that it doesn't go forward anymore. So that's the only thing you gotta discuss, but I'm for saving money, honestly, but do you wanna avoid the one?
Or
That's
somebody
something you gotta
interprets
decide.
That's a gimmick, that's a gimmick.
The warranty, the warranty is just,
I imagine whoever manufactures it probably don't, these aren't the manufacturers.
No, they're,
We need to check into what the base warranty is that comes with it. I mean, if we put it together and it appears to be put together right and it falls the first time, well, it depends on what the failure was, you know, if it's because we did it wrong, yes, but if it's, you know,
It's just concrete. It just says right here, price excludes site work, concrete, underground, location, permits, lift gates.
I just wonder what holds it to the ground.
Not saying concrete.
well, you're not talking about no whole bunch of concrete.
You know, somebody's gotta attach it to the,
The 45,000 excludes, you gotta add that into it.
yeah,
So 45 not gonna cover it.
yeah. I just wonder what holds this thing down from the wind getting up 180 mile an hour and the thing taking off. Something's gotta hold it down.
Concrete, I'm pretty sure. Where do you see that?
Under the red line,
Yeah.
minute page, comments and special instructions.
What page is that on? I didn't see that. Oh, multi-year warranty. Give me a break.
That's what it needs to be. So the quote's good for how many, 30 days? So you got to the end of next. You just get to the end of the next month. Is this the only one they had?
No, they had several, this was the only one they had on sale.
Does it say on here that it voids the warranty? Where'd you get that?
At the, let me see,
I looked at the warranty, it's
somewhere I see it.
manufactured warranty.
Yeah, on the last page when it talks about the warranties and stuff at the bottom.
This warranty does
And when
not.
I spoke to them, they told me that it would void the warranty, because I was trying to see, you know, what I could take off and what I could.
1 year warranty on all materials and products not covered above against valuable goods and material or workmanship. 3 year on all mold material, plastics.
We do need to get with Commissioner Robinson and see about, she may know somebody that installed them.
Yeah,
Right here,
but
self-installed is not. It says self-installed is not void.
when I spoke to her on the phone, they told me that it did, because I spoke to
Where do you see
her to
that?
see if some of these
On the
things
last
could
page,
come
it
off.
says, because they say 50% of their customers install their own.
What page?
And how painful in that. Right there, it says self-warranty does not have self.
Yeah, that trumps what's on writing, trumps whatever
That's
somebody
true,
told you
that's
over
true.
the phone.
That helps a lot.
You said this one's red instead of
They
green?
say 50%.
Yeah.
And I misread a statement too, I said, I talked to some of the things, I talked to some of the people who work with this guy in Shepherd. I didn't mean to family members, that was some of the
I was
people
just saying,
there.
I tried to find things.
Did you talk to Guyleen?
No, because this is the deal, y'all have mentioned her, but I never got a phone number to her to ever talk to her. So I had to go on my own
I got her, I can
and
send it
this
to
is
you.
where I went.
I'm
from my-
sorry.
This is all she did. This is all
I get
her,
that, but-
no, I'm just saying, this is all her and her husband ever did. was this
I
road.
asked her about it at school, and we can get a little powwow together on that, and maybe she'll know someone who knows how to install that is not. So me and Dee Dee can get with her on that.
Yeah, she had a crew, she had 2 guys and her husband would go all over the country to do that.
But you've shopped all over and
I have.
similar
I've spent
deals were
months,
100-something thousand.
I even had a plan to go in and make it look like the county, doing dump trucks and stuff like that, but it was so costly. It was just like, oh, it just took the wind out, you know, it was just so much.
DP, have you looked at this? What holds this thing down, DP?
What?
Have you looked at any of this?
Yes.
What holds this thing down to the ground?
Concrete.
I assume it's in concrete. The poles are gonna be in concrete.
Okay, I didn't know, that's all I'm asking.
And the other thing about this particular toy, one of the things we were gonna look at when we were buying toys is the shading part of it. And most of the toys didn't have shading. This one comes with shading. We won't have to buy additional shade tarps or whatever to put up here and there to kind of keep the equipment cooler. It has shading that comes with it.
So if you were, as part of the committee, making a recommendation on behalf of the committee, am I on the committee?
Yes, you are.
That we purchase the unit and it says free shipping, child capacity 68. That'd be a lot of little kids out there.
That's a lot of kids.
No, I'm not on the buying it. We need to know if we can put it together in-house.
Point
Put
blank.
it together.
In-house.
I haven't put one together, but I'll do my best.
I'm sure that we can probably budget.
Nothing else you have to do, right?
Stop.
No, I'm not stopping, just part-time money for even hire somebody to help.
That's qualified, yeah. And we'll talk to, we call Galen, I guarantee y'all Ann's got that person
You'll have some connections.
that did that,
Already
that
brought
worked
it
for her
up
doing
to
this.
her also.
She had 2 guys that worked for her doing this.
Already
And
brought
I
it up.
have a meeting set up with her at 3 o'clock if y'all want to be, the lady that I've been talking to over there, if you have no questions.
So would it be fair to ask if we could wait till next court to actually vote to do it? Because we've got 30 days, right?
It's the 15th, I don't have a calendar with me, so it
They
says,
created 7/22.
well, I'm sorry. To get the additional discount, we have to buy it by 8/15.
Which still, the court would still be,
It would, I don't have a calendar, it would give us enough time.
because the 6th.
I'd like to have some more
Okay.
time. And then we can talk, find out about
Get
who she
somebody
would
recommend.
put it together.
They'll hold the price to them.
You know, one time if she was to come up with something even better.
Especially if you got the other thing. Because the Bible says only.
Come on, guys, let's think about being painted Caterpillar yellow.
Well,
They have one that's painted Caterpillar yellow.
I thought you bought one of them, what do they call them?
I did, right, that looks the color of your shirt. Good machine, I rode it 6 hours. And leave.
Well, that's what we're looking at, just buying.
10:30.
Yes,
Got
sir.
lights and shipping, so.
Yeah.
It's got lights on.
Yeah. I spread about 20 yards of dirt. And then somebody says, well, did you skin the grass off?
I just don't.
I pushed it all off, skinning the grass.
Well, it's
Try to do it the right way.
that I looked at. So every company that I looked at, he had a question about the age group. Every company that I looked at, the highest level of age that they go to is 12. So they do the ones for the tops, the little ones, and the bigger ones are 5 to 12 age. So every company I've looked at, none of them went
If
above
big kids
12.
get on the swing set and go to getting after it, they'll tear it up.
True.
That's anything.
But one of the things that we wanted to do in the park is put in a basketball court for the older kids.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that one in Shepherd, they use it all the time.
And that's kind of what we were looking at, kind of like the same one in Shepherd.
You know who donated that?
Can you find out? Let's talk to him.
You know more than I do. He owned a boat shop, Shepherd. Not one of being bought from. Dang it. He owned all the radio towers.
He had it?
Who?
He had it?
No. No. He lived on Hood Road.
Wasn't Burton?
No. No. Anyways.
He had radio towers.
He sold them to him.
Oh, he did?
I was going to call
Probably did.
Dang it. He always come in and help me.
Back in the day, some of my bunches went down there and played on one of the
So
Shepherd.
would there be an issue to use
DP.
just say Don't remember his name. Economic development, basically.
You live down right by you? Where Mr. Corn lived? Go past Corn, down at the curve on the left? Judge, you good with
The short end.
just table in there. Question on the other side. I just think we're getting out of it. Generally, you want to table, we find out soon.
I'd like to wait, if we got time, yes, at least one more quarter.
Give you time to talk to them.
Yeah.
get more
So I'll
details.
give you
Yeah. There's just some other answers up there. I mean, I'd like to find out some ways, that's all.
She's easy to.
So you hadn't ever talked to her?
No, I didn't.
She
Everybody's saying, God, he knows
There you go.
the number, so I just
I
want
had my
to.
phone, I'd send it to you.
I'll send it to you.
Is it Royce? Yeah, those are brother.
Well, we can sit down and have.
I just texted her back.
She's
Yeah,
commissioner.
she comes over here and we meet for lunch all the time.
Those are real nice.
She can point us to somebody that can help us put it together.
Donnie's standing there in the corner.
That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Royce hired.
Get her a little closer to the deadline and
Royce hired.
give you another 10
Oh, yeah?
in this game.
He owned a boat shop, Shepherd Original.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't realize he did. Nice, nice. I think this is terrific. This is,
I think it's a good deal.
So put it on the next court, and in the meantime, we'll get to talk to these people a little bit more and Guy.
Yes. She did that. I mean, that's all, she did that.
that's where I first met her at one of those commissioner schools, and she was a vendor doing this.
I'll go with you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right.
Unfortunately, she talked about one.
What time we gonna leave tomorrow night?
We should have that argument, he gonna leave at 8:30.
So I've got one more issue. Where do you talk about maintenance and there's some trees that DPS need to protect?
DPS.
DPS station out there, some dead bug trees. There's 6 of them, I think. 6, ain't that right? 6?
I don't remember how many.
Ain't there 6 trees, DP?
4 is fine.
4. Yeah, it's
about getting out there, helping them out, getting those out of the way.
DP,
We actually have to.
The problem is, can we cut them?
how many trees are at the DPS
How about
station?
the ones that are down?
5.
Pick 'em up.
5.
Cut them without them falling on the good, they're inside the chain link.
They're inside.
And they need to be cut, and then
Well, yeah,
They're
there's
gonna
one
be
that
cut.
probably
That was my
4 foot.
question.
They
I appreciate you
both
volunteering to get them.
Pretty good size.
But we need to decide,
Bull slaps?
yes, I know they are.
Oh, yeah, they are good.
80, 90 foot tall.
So we got to
Beside the
$2,500,
Chris,
we cut them on, just lay them on
The
there.
other one's right beside the well
Cut
house.
all of them?
All 5.
That's not a bad
I
price.
agree.
And you got, we have to pick them up, the county has to pick
Is
them up.
that Mackey Deuce?
Is that a motion?
I don't know, it's Good Steward Land Services.
Where's Mackey Deuce at?
Are they bonded and everything, DP?
Yeah, insurance and bonded?
Yes.
Okay. I'm fine with
Turn
it.
it to know, I need that info.
I heard you.
I need that info.
Where was the guy you sent to the Cape?
I talked to Commissioner Sweeney this morning, and he volunteered, and he would come over there and move them for us.
Yeah, I didn't know you was being cut, how about you stuff on the ground, get out of the way?
Now, we got to,
I need that info.
You don't want to cut it?
Mr. Nintendo for,
Pass that down to her.
my project, Lee Turner.
Oh, they turned
I
it.
might need to, right.
Well, that was another, we just didn't know where, DP didn't realize what we wanted to do. He didn't know if somebody was gonna help him clean them
If
up.
we have a consensus, it's not a big enough thing, you gotta go out for bid.
So-
I'm fine with,
Luke's gonna clean them up for you, your guys?
you can't do that with a pressure washer, right?
Thank you. Thank you, Luke Sweeney.
Yeah.
It's in your
I'll see
precinct.
you down there, since it's
Thank
about
you.
halfway through.
when they.
Yeah, just put them on the ground, we can, once they're on the ground, we can get,
He's gonna take care of it if we get on the ground.
Make sure you cut it up small enough.
I've already told them I need them in 10-foot pieces, so we can get them out the gate. We can lay them out there on the ground and they can run.
Go to 16.6, take them for logs.
COW is closed.
Splendor?
They're closed?
Yeah, Medicine and Cleveland is.
Well, you know, I didn't realize they completely closed.
Only ones left are one in Splendor.
All right, let's move back to item number 6, consider approval of claims.
Place takes digging now, it's Caltech. County Ocean. There's someone who wants
I know we're on the bills, but so I got something, an email that said that we had filed the FSR. That means we're good on that yesterday's deadline. Well, that's good. It highlights that something's on hold. We need to get to the bottom of that because they're not going to send money until. Yes.
I was gonna.
So I see a Bilal on here. She needs to charge that back to somebody. I just want to make sure she knows she's got to do it back to them.
What? That what?
It's got 29 minutes with the battery left.
Well, it should take 29 minutes, hopefully.
I don't care where he goes.
We didn't pay that until way after he went on. Is it left over for that long?
I'm sure having difficulties with KIPY. I can't even get it in the morning in my house. Another radio station is overtaking their signal.
Whatever happened to the internet bill that don't get done? They still done it on? We sent somebody down to the emergency room, and we only paid X amount. They want to pay the whole damn bill, they said no. Healthcare got a bill, whole bill. And he took the whole thing. Nobody asked. 25% or whatever. That's a long time ago. We just talked about that last door. So they don't bill y'all.
Office buildings or business courthouse.
That was the last of that material out there in the yard.
7 months ago?
I figured something else would happen. So make sure that
Are you ready for a motion?
Yeah.
Thank you, motion.
Got a motion by Commissioner Natuno to pay the bills. Do I have a second?
I second that.
Second by Commissioner Dominy. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Unanimous, 4-0. Brother Mars is interested.
He's out of the office.
Item number 7, consider approval of budget amendments and revenue certifications.
Deliberated on.
And Margie, I got a question for you after that. I mean, after we took it over, I have to ask her out here about the amendments on there, so apparently.
I can't hear you.
Huh?
What are you saying?
I told her, I've got one that I've asked you. Here, I'll ask you anyway, right here. You know, I've been asking about that one, that I recycled, got rid of the equipment, $2,400 from way back. You finally came back and said, it's been budgeted for $25,000, so it's not over the budget, so we don't have to do an amendment. If I just want it on the record though, I can send it to you and say, hey, I want to have it, you know, so I have accountability, some kind of accountability that we've had that certified as revenue.
But you don't have to certify, it's not certifiable because you've already budgeted for it. It's not something, it's just like taking any other, like if you've got a culvert, payment or anything, you don't certify every revenue.
But it's not identified, it's just, we have a.
It's identified in the budget. You got line items for all your revenue. And you you get new revenue, you have to certify it to mesh it into the.
So under recycle, it just falls under recycle, and that's the line item, that's why it's not, needs to be certified, okay?
Well, it was actually a piece of equipment that you took and had it salvaged
Right.
as recycled.
Right.
But it was equipment, so it's under proceeds of equipment, so you sold that piece of equipment, so it is proceeds of equipment, it's not necessarily recycled material. Recycled material is metals and things like that you get, but it was a piece of equipment, it falls under the equipment that was removed off of inventory for,
Just trying to understand.
That expedition that got sold, it's gonna get recycled, but it's not gonna go under recycling.
it's gonna be under sale of equipment.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of under that, I was under the impression that anything that I brought revenue in, even though, well, like the city work and stuff like that, we had budgeted 12,000, but I went over that, and so you asked for an amendment on it, so this was.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Like I said, just want to be clear on it, make sure I understand.
All right, so we got revenue certification on $7,700, $704.55 from DECOG that they reimbursed for the tire program that we had. And that's going back into wherever it was paid for out of. I think it's precinct 3.
No, it's actually
Oh, it's actually sanitation,
sanitation.
but precinct 3 signed the ticket.
Yes.
All right. It's going back into sanitation. And we have a budget amendment for OEM where just last court, he wanted to pay for Genesis.
Yes.
And we could take it out of OEM waste cleaning. So I'll make the motion on those revenue certification and budget amendments. That's only 2 we had?
No,
That's
there
only
was
2 I
a
have.
I sent Monday because Mr. Mars sent over one.
Yes.
What do you got?
Oh, this one, right? Right, yeah. What did I do with it? I thought I had it out. I thought I had it out. I do. Left out.
That's cleanup, the waste management cleanup.
What?
Is that cleanup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remove and operate, increase in operating
Yes.
supplies for machine rental, $2,000.
Yep.
That's it. I'll make that motion on those 3.
I'll second that.
Thank you, sir.
I got a motion by Commissioner Martino, a second by Commissioner Sweeney, so.
I brought a shirt back from our solid waste meeting last week. Anybody want it? Only if you wear it, you can take it.
I got one of them.
What size is it?
It's extra large.
It might be Boots here.
And I got a motion by Commissioner Martino, second by Commissioner Sweeney. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. It's unanimous. 5-0.
I did too, I feel bad.
You got something you want me to sign? Thank you so much.
And you put your John Henry on it. Will it fit, Luke?
Yep, it'll work. I think it's. Yep, perfect.
It matches your head.
Perfect, yeah. I need a green shirt. Not one of those.
That's what that.
Minutes.
Oh, yeah.
What did,
I remember missing. I'm missing,
We took some of the emergency managers cleanup money and did what with it?
what?
What did we do? We took some of the cleanup money and spent it on what?
Genesis.
Genesis, yeah. That's the notification system.
Right.
Which one you missing, Mom?
We approved that right after July 4th flood.
That's an easy one.
Okay, item number 8, consider approval of minutes of meetings of regular meeting June 11th, budget workshop June 12th, workshop June 18th, monthly meeting June 25th.
I'll make the motion to approve those minutes of those meetings.
I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno,
I'll second that.
second by Commissioner Dominy. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. This morning, you do it on your phone. I had mine set up, I have to have some separation. I'm not, I just don't have things to write and do that. Yeah, because I sent you one last week about some of your stuff.
I don't come in there.
How do y'all come in on developing projects for the 24 club?
But I need to know the parameters of that deal. I need to know
Yeah, that's why we're waiting on that. We don't know how much match, we don't know. They haven't laid all them details out.
that in the deal. The projects for the grant money we're gonna be looking at, we need to.
Yeah, I think, the guy that had the precinct gal had the most damage, getting the most. I mean, that's what it's for, is it not?
Yes.
I had a bunch down on mine, the whole bottom, y'all.
Yeah, no, you had what I had.
All right, item number 9, receive and consider approval of June 2025 departmental reports for the treasurer, the tax collector, the auditor, sheriff, county clerk, district clerk, justice of the peace, precinct 1, 2, 3, and 4, constable, court, precinct 1, 2, 3, and 4, emergency management, agri-life, extension, engine, healthcare, 911, addressing and permit, fire marshal, veterans officer, and precinct sanitation. Well, that's the first time since '98 I've ever read every single report that's out
You did
there.
a good job.
Never done that. Only the last time, too.
Well, I have 3 that I didn't get.
Who's that?
Veterans, agri-life, and 911. Not saying they didn't come prior, they just didn't get in the packet. That's,
Veterans, agri-life,
and I'll make a motion to that extent.
And I'll second that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, a second by Commissioner Mars. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Excuse me, pardon me. Y'all be thinking about projects that we might need to do on that.
It's 2 projects, am I right about that?
Yes, 2.
2 county projects.
That's right.
You can't beat 4.
It's gonna be 2.
So kind of similar to that last one you applied for when you did 1 radios and I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't understand why they do that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
They also have, I mean, there's generators, there's all kinds of stuff.
And it's a 10% match, I think.
Yeah, 10, yep. Infrastructure was one of them.
There's a portion of those funds that's dedicated to housing, if we wanted to get into the housing business.
We tried that.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody signed up, really.
well, the buys, yeah. I'm talking about build new housing, and some jurisdictions go into that, but
Some areas for some housing.
yeah, but
Areas for new housing. Is that what he said?
You
got some land you want to sell?
well,
I got river
with that being said, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Me too.
All in favor say aye. Unanimous. Thank you so much.